Chicago.
And then all the Olympians kind of just sit down. And
It's gonna be all right.
Nice. All right, who's ready?
I get my
Gang,
music going when I'm
gang.
ready.
All right, I will. I'll leave it to Sebney to explain what happened last time.
All right, so we pulled up straight in a fight, right? We pulled up straight in a fight. And this dude, he was like, I'm a little B word, and he died to Alec, the mind flayer dude.
Because I was like, Gah!
And he was all like, okay, word. He died. But his dogs, bro, his dogs came up on everyone besides me and besides Alec. However, one of them got in Nugget's brain, and then Nugget was like, yo, guys, I'm fine. And then, of course, we removed it with excessive force, yada, yada, yada. Got the thing out, said a prayer for the homie, and then he came back to life. Yeah, with the point of, what is it? Corruption. Yeah. After that, we kind of walked around a little bit. We walked around. Almost got caught in a deadly ass trap. That was cool.
Sure.
We didn't go down the hole in that hallway. We got a kegger of Supreme Healing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kegger Supreme Healing.
Yeah. After that, I don't really remember. I think we got to the door, like the very end of that, to that northeast room, but we cut it there.
That's right. The only thing you missed is your buddy transforming into a dragon.
Yeah, I actually totally forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that he can become a dragon now.
Just a little thing.
And is currently a bear in dragon form.
Yeah, I'm more technically a bear. That reminds me, what kind of bear am I? I don't recall.
Brown bear.
Brown bear.
Should have made him a sun bear.
It wasn't like I had it in my head and forgot to say it. Like, I totally forgot that happened.
It was like an hour of last session.
Yeah, you were like
describing it. And...
You were like, and we walked around for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like during the walking around, something happened. Okay. That is a pretty apt description of what is currently going on. You guys are about to enter the first room that the ley line cuts through. Your first experience with whatever this raw source of magical energy might be. And we're going to pick up there. Who is going first through the room, or are you doing something else altogether?
Crown.
What's the door look like?
Crayon.
Yeah, crayon.
I think I've been leading, so I am going to activate my spear.
Okay, you see it extends a little bit. Some energy flows through it.
I think I already used my light bearer cantrip on the tip of the spear as I've been going. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go in spear tip first at the ready with my shield through this door.
All right. The door opens and immediately you hear this twisting and turning of energy as looking up toward the top of this room, you can see cutting in about halfway through the room's entire diameter, an opening in the ceiling where this blue tube of energy seems to be cutting directly into this room and through the opposing wall. Looking at it, you can actually see inside of it crackles of what look to be like electricity, but they certainly aren't. As they arch and grab and reach, they have this almost tendril-like feel to them. It looks as if you're looking at something alive, but has this sort of innate power to it. As it like reaches from one thing to another, it almost seems to be exploring its environment in ways that don't really add up to you. And as you all stare into this, I need you all to make charisma saving throws for me.
But yeah.
Is this by any chance against magic?
Yes.
Great.
It's
I will
going to be
taking advantage
a
now.
-1 for me.
Okay.
Not bad.
Doesn't technically matter for you because you can't cast spells.
Oh,
I got a 17.
28.
28. Wow. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, I'm the only one.
Does that 17 include the bonus from Bran?
Negative.
Brand, does he have a bonus here?
If he's within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
I was actually imagining my hand on your shoulder as you cleared the room, like you kicked the door open.
It's like
Sorry.
a SWAT team.
With that
So,
bonus,
oh,
it's
yeah.
32.
Question, because I think I've been doing this wrong. When you roll a saving throw for charisma, if you're proficient in that, then you get your proficiency bonus on top of your normal bonus, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. I haven't changed that from as my proficiency has gone up.
Oh shit. Our proficiency's +5, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All
So
right,
24 for me.
24. Okay, so anyone underneath a 20, no, right?
Natural 20.
That is nasty. You guys all feel this odd compulsion to just begin firing spells blindly around this room, but all of you are able to kind of come to your senses and pull yourself through this odd moment of interjection from almost this spiritual-esque energy. And now looking into the swirling mass of magical force, Bran, go ahead and roll me a perception check as you're kind of the first up toward it.
Despite not being able to cast spells, do I still feel that compulsion?
Sort of. It feels like you want to like release energy, like you think about like maybe like burning down the thing with your fire breath and everything, but you're currently a bear, so you're like, I guess I can't really do that.
I'm a
What
mess
was
right
it?
now.
5. Okay, looking into this, it's almost blinding to try and really like get a good look, but you see some sort of form within this energy field.
Okay.
Not bad.
Be careful. I see something in there.
Is it something cool?
I can't tell. It's too bright. I'm like shielding my eyes.
I'm gonna put the red sunglasses on that Tick Tick made for me a while back, like the red glasses.
Yeah, and I'm gonna flip down my goggles.
Nice. I will say, no, this counts as direct sunlight for you.
That's my 2 forms ago. We'll worry about that if that arises. But yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Can we all make out the figure, or
Sure, go ahead and roll a perception check as you try and stare within it.
I smell it because I'm a bear. I feel like I would rely on my smell.
Roll a perception check.
16?
16.
Natural 20 plus 3.
Bears smell 3 times better than dogs.
Oh, it stinks.
No shit.
Real good.
Looking in, Alec, you cannot make it out at all. However, without your need of sight, Mr. Bear, you can clearly identify that this captured figure is a unicorn. In fact, it smells extremely familiar to you, and you realize that this figure is Triswraith Raygold.
Very same.
That's the unicorn from season 1 when like
Season 1?
literally that's just how I thought of it. I
Dude,
don't
that
know,
was episode 0 for me.
I mean, he was like very early on. Yeah, in not Betrexen, off Starin.
Off Starin, yes. And he, to the best of your knowledge, is employed by Lord Rodrith Crawin, who is a member of the Chosen Few, this organization that is hell-bent on collecting the pieces of the heart.
Is Triswraith a chubby unicorn?
A rhino.
No.
I'm gonna look over at Sebney because even as a bear, I still know my general allies and enemies, and I'm like,
Yes.
unicorn. I'm just gonna rub up against him and like.
I'm gonna, get rubbed on, and I'm gonna be like, what? And I just pet you on the head, give you a head scratch.
So undo it a little bit.
Man, I
Was
should have
that-
turned Nugget into a smaller creature because I just remembered I can actually speak with small beasts, so that probably would be useful.
He's not a small beast.
So are these tendrils kind of moving around like you'd see lightning or electricity moving, and the unicorn with it?
Not so much. So it's like this basically tube of energy that is completely encapsulating all of these like tendrils of energy inside of it.
Oh,
It
okay.
almost seems like a pipe or something, and then inside there you have this energy moving around, and the figure of this unicorn, though none of you besides your bear know that, is held in place.
I could speak to Nugget as a bear, but that might cost me some magical energy. Would everyone be okay with that? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I cast Speak with Animals. Level
Okay.
1. I say, Nugget.
Bro, there's a
Head
unicorn
scratch.
up in there.
There's a what? And I look straight up into the light.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh. Not that good. Well, 8.
8, looking up, it's too bright for you to make out this figure, but I mean, you believe it to be true.
A unicorn up there? Yeah, I can't see it.
Our old friend from Offsteren. You know,
Wraith?
I snapped my bear paw. I'm like, that's
And
it.
you're how? How do you do that? You got the form right there. You do the. Anyway,
That's the one.
if you say so, I can't see anything up there. It's far too bright.
Logan, is there anything else in this room, like other people, structures, or instruments, anything that would show like people are conducting experiments on the beam flying through the room?
Not in this room.
No.
But it also goes through 2 other rooms.
Okay.
Maybe we should just randomly fire spells into this room. Because I had a slight inclination to do so. And then I overcame it. But now I'm thinking that might actually be the solution to this problem.
Or that could lead to our demise. This seems
Well-
to be raw magical energy, and it might be unwise.
Well,
But
raw magical energy is kind of my forte.
this is true. I too overcame a sense to cast spells as well.
Nugget, did you say it was Trace Wraith, or is it just a unicorn?
Yeah, it was him. I could smell him. He's stuck in
And I
there
call
too.
out, I say, Mr. Raygold, is that you?
You
So,
see
like-
the form shift slightly and shout out, "Who's there? It is I, Triswraith. Yes, save me!"
I say, I don't say. I'd like to do an insight check to see if it's actually Trace Wraith. Or not, I guess not actually Trace Wraith, but to see if he's trying to trap us. That's what I mean.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Can I also roll an insight check?
Sure.
That is a 24.
Okay.
I don't beat that.
24, you believe that he's, scared, concerned with his safety.
Okay. I call back out and I say, What do you have us do?
He says, I don't know, but free me in some way. Perhaps grabbing me would work.
How high up is he?
He's maybe 10, 15 feet up. But he's like, probably 2 feet inside of this cone
Yeah.
of energy.
Can I see him now that he's talking and I'm aware of it, or
I mean, you can still see, that there is a figure there, but you still can't make out any fine details.
okay?
How did you find yourself in that situation, Unicorn?
Please, I'm in quite a bit of pain. If you could release me, I could explain everything, I promise.
Look,
You know who else was in quite a bit of pain?
No, who's this?
Well, I have to go through all my notes to find her name, actually.
Well,
so
can
if
you
could-
please just do it in a bit?
I could cast Dispel Magic, but this might be too powerful.
Molly.
I have a potion of. I look in my bag. I have a potion of flying. If that is a last resort, I'd like to use it in an emergency, but this seems to be.
I've got my boots. I'm gonna fly up and I'm going to lightly probe the tube with my spear, kind of like tink tink. See what it does. If it actually goes inside of it, or if it is a physical barrier.
It does penetrate it, and you can see these like weird, like growing tendrils. They almost look like an organic mass, like a growth of algae or something, but it's clearly non-physical. They all start reacting and like focusing on your spear point and like swirling around. It doesn't look like they're touching it, but it looks like they're like, probing it, investigating whatever this is that has infiltrated the ley line.
Maybe he's the blockage and we should kill him.
No, I don't like that idea.
How did you become to be in there? How can we get you out?
Once again, I can explain everything if you just get me free.
I don't know. We've got a lot of time.
Is there another door opposite the room, like opposite side of the room, or to the right?
So if you look all throughout the room here, there are a great number of doors leading from this room into others. Two of them you seem to lead toward the next room of interest, which is southwest of you, and then there are also two others that lead, elsewhere, and then the one you came through. So 5 doors total.
And one of the doors leading southwest would be to the center of the dungeon. It would be the room, like the center of the, I don't know.
Yep.
How do we know this unicorn, and who's friends with him, and what's the situation with him? Why?
Well, I'm not.
Well, I'm friends with him.
I had an encounter with this guy really early on, and I just don't remember how it went exactly.
All of a sudden, Triswraith says, "Excuse me, do I know you?"
To like
To
everyone.
all of us.
Yeah. He's just like, you guys are talking about knowing him. He's like, "Who the hell are you?"
Trace Wraith, it's Sebney. You showed me to off
What
stairs.
luck, Sebney? Get me out!
Okay. I thought you had your memory wiped for a second. You had me scared.
No, I just can't see very well. Everything.
I think he's another Lislin Gaijin.
Lislin? What does this have to do with Lislin?
He's a unicorn.
No, but
That is correct.
a trap, a spy.
No.
He was on
he's-
my maybe kill list.
He was on the maybe kill list. However,
What? Kill? Please, just release me. We can explain it. Just get me out and we'll talk it through. How's that sound?
I saw him in the meeting.
I'm gonna get a rope out of my pack, a non-magical, plain old-fashioned rope. Actually, I don't even know if I have a fucking rope.
Lasso him up.
I don't know. It seems to me like interacting with this beam with magic might produce some unwanted artifacts or repercussions. Maybe we could just try to lasso him and pull him on out. I kind of look at everybody.
sounds good to me.
Or we could go to the next room and see where the source of the beam is coming from, and
No, I'd like to help Trace Wraith out.
one room at a time. All right.
It sounds
I kinda
like my spear penetrates it with no problem. You should be able to throw a rope right through it.
That sounds like a great idea.
I'm gonna make a lasso and just try to like how I swing my chain. I'm just gonna try to like lasso
Yeah.
him.
Roll an attack.
Maybe he can bite it if it doesn't quite. So what would it be? What proficiency would it be or whatever? Like,
Just dex based.
okay, so it's a 13.
Okay. 13. The lasso catches on to Triswraith. He says, "Please pull me. Not now."
I just start pulling him. I'm just gonna start.
All right. It feels very much like dragging someone through like a muddy field. Like there's a good deal of resistance, but it doesn't feel like it's pulling in any way. It just seems like, viscous in a way.
Yeah.
But slowly, I mean, it only takes you maybe 10, 15 seconds to pull him free. And you see immediately just collapses to the ground. Oh, thank you for that. Ugh. Like gets back up on all fours, kind of like shakes it off. You see his horn is like a little bit like bent, and he like reaches up and like with his hooves like moves it back straight.
Ow.
Well then, glad that's over. Thanks for all the help. Now about this whole killing me business.
Mm.
I just look at Sebney like,
Well, we saw you with the chosen few, so we were coming up with a list of if we should kill those people or not, because they tend to be evil-natured.
Evil-natured? I can't disagree more for myself, but I'm a unicorn after all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give a
association?
I'm a
very,
gnome.
I'm gonna give a very low growl, and 70 can hear I'm a bear and like, "Rrr," but it's mostly just an intense growl.
He said he's a bear.
I can see that. Good to meet you, Bear. Well, if it's no trouble, I'll probably just be going then.
actually, if you could just
Okay.
hold on for a second. So we've come to investigate this ley line, and it's pretty strange that you're here. We're kind of curious what you're doing in the ley line.
Fantastic question. Well, let me think. You are familiar with these pieces of hearts that we've been investigating? Believe you've stolen a couple from us?
We're
I
familiar with
wouldn't
them.
say stole. I actually found them.
Well, bits and pieces here and there between friends, I mean. It's no trouble, really. But however, we do need them all to bring back a friend of ours.
Dumar?
That would be him, yes. You know him well?
Rrr, I'm gonna growl more.
I
Okay,
don't understand. What do you have to do with Dumar?
It's quite simple, really. I'm a member of a certain chosen organization. I
I'm
believe
aware.
Yes, of course. And it is our sworn duty to revive him and bring him back into his true nature.
I say, Alec, do you have any questions? And
It seems to me the more you are telling us, the more likely it seems you might be on our definitely kill list. And I'm curious,
Imagine why?
bringing Dumar Gaijin back into the realm, into this universe, is a terrible idea. Not to
I
mention,
think that's his last name, but all
or
right.
wait, what's his name?
the unforgettable, of course.
Right. Oh, I
There's
forgot.
Kumar Gaijin and
God damn it, yeah.
Kumar the Unforgettable.
Sorry. Damn
I
it.
walk over to Bran when I give it over to Alec.
I'm gonna fly back down and stand next to you and say, I've never seen a horned animal with a malleable horn like that. Is that odd, or is it just me?
Do you smell anything?
Do I smell anything?
Fey, fiend, or
No.
undead?
I'll use my divine sense.
This is a fey creature, yes.
Okay.
Now, being a unicorn, it is common knowledge that unicorns are inherently good creatures, no? You'd agree with that.
I think I would know best of anyone. Of course we are good people.
But those you're associated with are responsible for the deaths of innocents. Yulgrid in particular.
No,
Like who?
no, Yulgrid is still alive. He's actually a member of the chosen few.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that the people he's in association with, Yulgrid, one of them, are responsible for the death of innocents.
Oh, I thought you were saying Yulgrid was dead.
No. Yulgrid will be dead. He will be.
The way that I see it, last I checked, your death count is a bit higher than ours. Lislin, for one, you had her murdered, if I recall correctly.
Maybe you
Yeah,
should
and it was
explain
pretty badass.
to us why you think bringing Dumar to the realm is a good thing, and why we shouldn't stop all of you from doing that and collecting the pieces of heart.
That's a great question. It really comes down to a sort of coalition of world redefinition. We believe that currently the ruling powers of Essrex are not quite as refined as they could be. Dumar would be a more apt leader for all those citizens of Essrex.
In the form of a dragon.
Well, that is his preferred, but whatever form he desires. Certainly has the power to transmute things. A lost art, that.
Trace Wraith, how did you actually get down here, though? Like, how did you get to this spot right here and right now?
If you must know.
Right when he asked that, this cone comes down. Zone of truth.
What's the save?
Charisma save. 16.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah, okay. He's got +5 charisma, still just not even in the ballpark of passing that one. He says, and then he seems to notice the effect of the spell. I've been working in Western Jor for some time, and through the, you see, like he's like trying to not tell the truth. Through this realignment configuration, I've come into certain powers. In particular, we've been utilizing an object from Theusik. You may be familiar with it. It is one of these pieces of the heart, sort of being manipulated in a way to activate certain properties of the magic Dumar used to indulge in, let's say. And it has been with this object, this artifact, that I have found myself commuting with through ley lines and the such. I've actually been sent here directly through this sort of transference to collect energy from the ley line.
Not bad. Are you a real unicorn?
Yes.
How did your horn just break?
Oh, that. Well, he kind of like moves it around. It's malleable.
Was Dumar prior or post Big Portal?
Oh, post. Considerably post.
Okay, Triss Wraith.
Wait. I'm sorry, did I not answer your question properly?
No, you answered my question. I just don't like you.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to change your mind? I know Lord Rodrith always spoke finely of you. A worker of Jordals you were, correct? A good
Who's
one, from
Lord
what I hear.
Rodrith?
Oh, Lord Rodrith Crowan, of course. My employer.
Who?
We would like for you to stop pulling energy from the ley line immediately.
I will say, well, you do know who Lord Rodrith Crowan is. He's kind of the old, fat, gray, gray beard guy who is a member of this chosen few as well.
Oh, okay.
He was meeting with Lord Kumar Gaijin when you first met him. Long time.
Yeah, but I didn't know who he was at the time.
Right. But since you know who he is.
Logan, I have dumb questions.
Yeah.
Maybe out of character.
Sure.
Just to recap, the chosen few are essentially the organization that we've been pursuing and stealing and preventing them from collecting the pieces of heart so that they don't bring, is it Kumar or Dumar?
Dumar
the Unforgettable back to the universe where presumptively he could create another giant volcano, or he wants to overthrow the world and take power, right? take control of the realm, essentially.
Yes. So basically, in all of the correspondence with Jordal and now with Triswraith, it seems that they disagree with the current ruling structure of Essrex, and they believe that Dumar is the rightful ruler of Essrex, and they think that it would be better to have him as the ruler than whatever is currently going on.
Right, which are the different fiefs with all the different people.
Sort of, but I mean, it's all
yeah.
under King Urine Skyraiser currently.
Skyraiser. Okay, I see. And isn't there also an aspect that involves the Greys and like the killing of all the Greys, and or the Tabaxi and like the annihilation of all the Tabaxi? Like, where does that fit in? Sorry for these questions. I just really need a recap.
Yeah. So you don't know that much, but you know that Dumar was pro Tabaxi for sure. He thought that opening this portal was evil and like an infraction upon the land that was the Tabaxi people. However, I mean, he still seems like he's interested in controlling this land, despite the fact that, maybe it's not rightfully his, but he was definitely like, a friend of the Tabaxis and believes that they're currently being, disparaged by the ruling class in Essrex. However, as far as like graying in the Grey communities, it sounds like Dumar not only, I mean, was pro graying, he grayed himself willingly. So, I mean, he seems very okay with gray people.
Yeah, and the Inquisition would be very opposed to. Yeah, that's right. Because it was my initial.
Lord Dumar was like the
reason the Inquisition was founded.
Right. Because they were like, oh crap, this guy absolutely lost his mind and is way too powerful for us to stop now. So,
okay, thank you so much. I'm sorry I had those questions. I just had to get it straight in my head because it's been a while since we've seen some shit between.
Right. Well, and you'd remember this much better in game. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks or something since you started meeting these people. Okay. But for us, it's been months and months. So definitely makes sense to have a few questions. But that should sort things out, I think.
Yeah, that's very helpful. Question is, how do I feel now between now and 2 weeks ago, after all that we've seen, everything that's happened?
And with that, Triswraith says, so basically it all comes down to this these pieces of the heart, and we have, as I said, collected one from Theuxic, not without some complications. I believe a couple of relatives of Sebni's got in our way, but we did our best to limit the casualties. We did collect it and have since moved up to Western Jor to get to that one. We had some run-ins in Zungjin. We attempted to collect that piece of art, but seems that there was already a deal struck of some variety, which eventually led me here.
So your company has 3 pieces of heart?
No, just the one, unfortunately.
Okay, right. Okay.
We're certainly working on the Western Jor one, but these things are a bit difficult to access, as you, I'm sure, know well by this point.
Where is the one piece of heart you guys have?
Well, that would be still in Western Jor, under the close, watchful eye of Jordal.
I have to bring up this map.
Well, can you unblock the ley line?
Well, I was certainly thinking it might be advantageous to me, though I'm afraid I'm a bit behind, as you already have done part of the job, have you not?
Have we?
With the other ley line?
Yes, exactly.
What is the job, specifically with the ley lines?
I believe you were contracted to free them up by a certain gold dragon.
But what are you doing with them? You're collecting energy from them and using them as transport?
Oh, yes, that. Yes, that's a crude explanation, I would say.
What's the energy you're collecting from the ley lines? What's its purpose and what's your end goal for doing that?
Oh, well, I'm not privy to all of the information of the overarching plan here, but it involves the ley lines themselves, and the energy therein is certainly something that interests us. As I've said, we've found this artifact. It's a way of channeling energies and utilizing them, and we've been doing so.
Channeling the energy to be more powerful, to wield more powerful magic, or
Yes, in a way. We're currently working, and you can see he's like really trying to fight off, just saying this last bit. We're currently working in Western Shore with some very important people.
what important people?
Oh, no. No one you'd know, I'm sure. We're sort of staging a coup.
In Wessinger, which is
That's
where,
right.
where the king is at, right? That's where Skyracer's at. Like that's the main.
It's the capital of Essrex, yes.
Okay. Who's staging the coup? Who are you staging the coup with?
Oh, well, sort of the same folk you're used to, mostly the chosen few. We've been working with a couple of locals on the groundswell and that sort of thing, but it would be to place Jaws along the throne, yes.
Hmm. Is the Inquisition involved?
Well, I suppose in a way. You're already sort of aware of this plan. So this is what Jordal wanted in the beginning.
Yeah,
when
sorry.
they had, yeah, no worries. So when they had this meeting that Tick Tick spied on, they were talking about making Jordal the king.
Right. In the university when we like snuck in there and we were listening, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Or
We almost killed him too.
Yes.
Just slipped out. He turned invisible and ran away.
how does the Inquisition feel about all that's going on with this? Like, I can't remember, like, if they're involved, if they even care at all, or if they just.
To the best of your knowledge, the Inquisition doesn't know a lot about a lot of this. I mean, this is like secret, stuff that's happening. For sure, Headmaster Peer has been doing his best to sort of run interference between the connections of this and the Inquisition. The Inquisition seemed suspicious about this when you were talking about it in Betrexit at the headquarters, but once again, it didn't seem like they had a lot of knowledge that you don't have. I mean, it seems like you probably know more about the current interworkings of the Chosen Few than anyone at the Inquisition. I mean, Yulgrid was once a member, but obviously has since left, and so was their other member, Yorlar, who was the missing, Elven Inquisition member. They're certainly interested in that. I mean, that was like a huge thing that you were supposed to, find this man for them. When you reported back that you had found him and that he's, not interested in returning, they're, upset about this, and they're afraid of what this, may evolve into. But it seems like they don't really, know that much about the specifics of the plan either.
When we went to Zunyin, or when we found the other ley line and we interrupted that, was that not an Inquisition guy, the doctor there that gave me the chain and everything?
Yes, that was an Inquisition guy investigating the process of whiting and then, continuing his experimentation on Tick Tick.
Okay. But
I want to.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Best I can tell, Zone of Truth is not a concentration spell. So I want to sneak off while they're talking and contact Isilnor with the Dragon Crystal. And I want to ask him some questions.
Good. Sure. You immediately get a, well, hello.
Hello, Isilnor, my friend. We have reached the other ley line. And
by the good light of Torm.
Yes, indeed. And we have encountered a unicorn who seemingly is trying to pull power from the ley line. We were quite confused about this, and he knows about you.
Yes, we had a brief conversation. It didn't materialize into much. He seemed stubborn.
He seems not forthright.
Probably not. What about him do you wish to know?
Well, I just was very curious to hear that he knew of you.
Yes.
Not sure how to take him. I mean, I thought unicorns were good, but it seems like what he's doing is maybe not bad, but doesn't seem good.
unicorns are of a temperament to be good in general, as I am as a gold dragon, but it doesn't lead to such cut and dried things as you may imagine. Torm's good is certainly not the good of other beings, is that right? Some would say the way you handle your business is crude at worst.
I kind of hang my head down. Yeah, I guess I understand. I don't know how we should proceed to free up this ley line.
Well, unfortunately, if you're not able to, our agreement would of course be off and you would not be able to access the flower.
Oh, do not get me wrong, my friend. My motivation is here. I just don't know quite what to do. Perhaps my friends and I will find a way.
Well, if you do, the flower and, of course, the piece of heart are awaiting you.
Indeed. Thank you for your help.
Of
Oh, great.
course.
You still know her.
You flattered me, Brad.
We will talk soon.
I look forward to it.
Goodbye, my friend.
One way to do it, Tony.
Those fucking kids took my D20. I need that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh well.
It's good to
You're
be
not
home,
what?
Tony.
I'm not gonna help her.
I need that yellow
I'm
dice.
not giving it to you.
Okay.
That's very poor muzzle control, my friend.
I'm gonna kill these kids. Bella, I'll give you something for the dice.
Okay.
Where you get it?
I'll give you a shot of this gun to you. I'll shoot you with this gun.
No. That is not.
All right. I'll just mute again. They're not gonna leave me alone.
So, where were we with this discussion?
How do we stop the leaching of the ley line?
Oh, right. And I was actually looking into something similar. It appears as though they're... Well, it's perhaps better if you see yourself. One room over.
Lead the way.
Oh, I couldn't. I'm not much of a fighter myself.
Yes, you could.
I suppose I could, but really, I mean, would you want me to be in the firing line?
Yes.
We insist. My chain hits the ground.
What's over there?
Well, the artifact that I'd mentioned previously, utilizing some of the power of the heart. I wasn't totally explanatory on every point. I mentioned that it works with some of the energies that that Dumar was developing, particularly in the transfiguration aspects. And I'm
What
Speak.
would we be fighting in the next room?
well, I don't think any fighting would be necessary. There are several entities. I believe they were once illicit, though currently it's a bit more complicated with the transfiguration that I'd been alluding to. You see, they sort of took the artifact from me. And they've been sort of tampering with themselves, with the energy provided by the ley line. It seems that they're well versed in the utilization of ley line magics. No doubt that is why this has been so long bottled up at this end of Essrex. Clearly, they've spent hundreds, maybe thousands of years working on and developing the understanding of such magics and its full utilization. Now, with this artifact, they seem to have certain mutagenic properties of their own bodies that seem troublesome for us. If you're willing to fight them, I recommend pulling out all the stops.
We could use your help, perhaps. It seems our goals might be aligned if you are willing for this ley line to also be collapsed, at least for the time being.
Well, of course, I'd be willing to lend a hand, but as I've said, I'm not the strongest nor sturdiest. I also sort of got into an argument with them when they stole my artifact. I don't think they'll be happy to see me.
That's unfortunate for you.
It seems unlikely they'll be happy to see us either, since we want to see the ley line destroyed, or at least the blockage stopped, rather.
To say it more precisely, they said that if I ever came back, they would not just throw me into the ley line, but the ley line would consume me with its energy. And I really would prefer to avoid that. If
That sounds quite painful.
just the confinement that I was caught in was quite painful, and I can't imagine if they were to release the full energies of such a... You're not actually suggesting that.
Then you
want
better
me-
fight to the best of your ability.
If you don't come with us, what's your next move? Where do you plan to go after this?
Well, I was hoping that I could go with you, just not participate in the clash of the titans, so to say. And I was hoping maybe I could procure passage with you to Wissenshore. I know how to use the artifact, and you certainly don't, so I could be helpful.
You could be. What other skills do you have? Maybe you can't do combat, but can you heal? Can you provide assistance in any way? You're a unicorn.
I am a unicorn. I have some rudimentary skills, but, nothing to rival you lots, to be sure. Maybe rival the bear, at least.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You're
Alec
probably
also-
right. Yeah, I probably couldn't even take the bear, much less the Tyrannosaurus Rex guy.
Tyrannosaurus Rex guy.
Oh,
How big
yes.
is that room?
Oh, it's quite large. I would say. Well, let me give you the just precise dimensions. It is. Wow, it is quite large. You're looking at about. Count some squares here. Maybe 200 by 150 feet.
I look at the bear and like slowly nod.
How perfect.
Is that good?
Listen,
Well,
we mean to go in there and stop this business with the ley line. We need to know exactly what's in there. If you want to see it done, you'd be best served telling us what we need to know. What are we
right.
walking into?
Well, are you familiar with the concept of a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Large beasts, several millennia back. Don't think they still roam the earth, but large jaws and bone breaking, that sort of business.
Can I roll a history check or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Here we go.
I'm pretty sure I've
believe they're calm
polymorphed into
for
a
now.
T-Rex before.
16. Yeah.
You know what a T-Rex is. It's certainly a formidable beast from what you hear. And then he says, so imagine that only it casts spells and has seemingly unlimited magic through the use of the ley line. And then there's also the other three. Well, I'm not quite sure how to classify them. One sort of seems to be a bit of a conglomeration of things. It seems as though they had these plans far before I showed up. It even made me wonder if they'd sort of planned my meeting of them and took the artifact because they knew what it was. But anyway, this other one, he's sort of a... Well, the top half of him is very much like a dragon, but the bottom more like a large squid. And then there's the third one. Well, he looks mostly normal still, but his body seems to morph, and he had quite a large lobster claw when he attempted to attack me, though it seemed to recede back into a normal arm thereafter. I'm not totally sure on him. And then the fourth one has lost his shape entirely. He's more of a amorphous blob of types.
These guys sound like demon lords to me.
Oh, no, they're just civilians. Trust me, they've just utilized this artifact that I described.
Are any of them airborne? Can they fly?
Oh, yes. At the very least, the half-dragon one can fly quite proficiently from what I've seen.
I mean, we know what we have to do. We have to go in there and we have to kill these things. We have to open up the ley line.
That's a great idea. I will stay
You'll
here.
come with.
But, no.
Yes.
But upon the defeating of these, I could put in a good word with you. Maybe even garner a deal. I help you go to Wessenjor, and maybe I could even part with the artifact. You could have knocked me unconscious and stolen it from me. Who would know?
What good is
You
the artifact to
would, and
us?
that's one too many people.
It's one of the pieces of the heart that you all seem so interested in. And then, of course, there's the other aspects of the artifact that seem at least somewhat useful. Transference through ley lines. And then additionally, there's the devastation that rots through potential transmodification.
I'm for it. I think you should help us by healing us if you can in the battle. Help us in whatever way you can. Whatever skills you have as a unicorn, we need them. You can stay in the back. We'll defend you. You'll be safe. Plus, that one likes taking most of the damage. I point to the bear.
Okay, I can do some healing. It's not much. It probably will be disappointing to you, though I do have one thing that may be useful, though I could not help all of you. Three of you and I, we could teleport some distance away. Just as in a worst-case scenario, which two of you do you care least about?
I'll stay.
Okay, great. So that just leaves one more that I'll have to... Okay, the bear. Perfect. So the other three of you, just let me know if you want to be saved.
You don't need to save me. I'm capable of teleporting myself.
Right. Well, then I'll just stay back in this room. If you need healing, come
You'll
come
be
on back.
safer in there than if you continue to refuse to go.
What if I gave you just one more little piece of information for sort of a transfer? I tell you something very useful, particularly for you. You're a sorcerer, no?
Perhaps.
Great. So I could tell you something that would be very useful for you, and then I will get a little bit more distance. It's not that I'm staying back. It's I'm more just scanning the battlefield.
Or perhaps you could tell me something that would be important to me and then continue on and help. Instead of being dead weight that we rescued from the clutches of a ley line.
Roll an intimidation check.
Jeez, emo tick tick.
I'm going to give myself advantage. It didn't help. 11.
Well, I think that really what you're missing here is that if I were to die, there would be no way for you to use this artifact. It took me years of study to understand it. With it,
How
could
do I know
transport
you won't run away?
Well, that is I don't know exactly where I'd run to. You can't really be sure of it, I suppose. I could teleport away right now, but is that really what I would want to do? Give you the piece of heart for nothing? When we have
I
a
don't
deal?
know what your intentions are.
Well, I'm still in the zone of truth. I will not run.
I say we lure one of these creatures out into this room. If we can attack them one at a time and concentrate fire, maybe we can eliminate them one at a time.
Well, I can probably hit all of them at once with some pretty hefty damage. But I can only do it once.
So, the information that I was going to tell you, coming into contact with the ley line as someone who's in touch with the magical energies of the world, it reinvigorates you in ways. It reopens some of what you lose. Essentially, your elements of sorcery, your ability to manipulate spells, it is fully reviving. You could use it endlessly, manipulating and transferring spells through your points of sorcery.
I'll keep that in mind.
Great. Though there are sometimes some side effects, mostly having to do with uncontrolled use of spells, it seems. I'm not a caster myself, so a lot of this is it's not something I'm very familiar with, I guess. Oh, as far as the luring, what I've seen is that they are very proficient in attacking from long distances away, so it may not be as beneficial as you might hope.
You said they're proficient at long distance attacking. Well, if we
Yes.
draw them through the door and two of our guys ambush them on this side of the door, wouldn't that be a better
Oh, certainly.
strategy
I
then?
just don't think that they'll come through the door.
You don't think they'll fall through it?
I'll probably
What if
not.
what if we had someone that they really reviled, someone they really hated,
Sure.
someone that they said, like, if you return, we'll let your body be absorbed by the ley line? A unicorn, perhaps. What if we use
Yes.
the unicorn as bait?
That does not sound like a very good idea.
I kind of like look at the rest of the party.
They will likely kill me in a single blow. I don't think you're understanding the depth of depravity that exists in these creatures.
Fuck. Any strategic ideas from anyone else in the party?
I could probably get us a surprise round. I can't say that for sure, but I can teleport us all in there right now.
I say we do it.
I could also teleport 3 of you in there.
If we grab the artifact like from them, is it going to give us any advantage at all? Will they be using the artifact to have any advantage in the combat?
Possibly. I'm not entirely sure as far as their utilization of it with the ley line, but I think that a lot of the more visual transformations have already been done.
I lost track. Is this presumably like the middle of the dungeon, like where we're trying to get to?
This room would be the
I'm
center
blocking the
chamber of
ley
the dungeon,
line.
yeah.
Like we don't have
Yes.
anything else here to.
And there's like
Right. This is
4
it.
big creatures.
Yeah.
I apologize. I had two demons that I had to slay.
Yeah, so there's like one that's apparently looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex,
Half
one that
dragon.
is sort of half dragon, half kraken from the sounds of things.
Dragon.
Another one that's like an amorphous blob, and then the last one just looks like an elithid, but seems to have these sort of modifications to the way that it moves and exists in certain spaces.
Did he say anything about the south west corner?
Of the room?
No, like of the room adjacent to it.
Oh, he didn't say anything. Do you want to ask him?
Sure, I say, Wraith, is there any creatures like this in the southeast or the southwest room that's not in the center?
Oh, well, I'm not sure. This is the only room that I've, well, besides the room that I'm referencing right now, this is the only room I've seen inside of this complex.
Okay.
I would say that it's unlikely, as they do not have the artifact, though I suppose it could have been transferred to them in some way.
Interesting. Okay.
Certainly, there was no one experimenting with the ley line, as it is paused after this next room by the blockage that is the magical energy transformation.
What's our plan, you guys, after we accomplish this, assuming we don't just die via magical T-Rex? Where are we going next?
Do you think it would be wise to use our great abilities?
How
You
long
said-
do we have? We have 16 days, and I can only do it every 10 days. Or it's less than that, right?
You
7
you have 11 days until the red moon.
I thought it
I
was
mean, if
a
we were
week in
going to
between.
do them, now's the time.
Mine is 10 days.
Mine was a week.
Really?
So today's the last day you can do it before you can do it again. Maybe good to get some combat time, test those skills out.
Right, and in theory, there's not a lot of downside to using it today if it's 10 days away, because there's no other physical possibility of using it, assuming that you are going to use it for the final encounter. So now would be the time.
Wait, so Dan, is yours every 10 days or is yours every week?
I'm looking.
Okay, because I have every week, once a week for mine. Isn't Garrick's once a week?
Once a week after his transformation ends. So he needs to end his transformation before the fourth day, before 4 days from now. Once a week.
So we have a little more lenience with ours.
Right.
But after we do this, we plan to go back to the dragon, right? And basically say, hey, we did our, and where's that at? That's in Zunian.
Yep.
Okay.
And Triswraith seems to be able to transfer there through the ley line, or at least he claims to be able to.
Okay. And in order to clear up the ley line, we have to eliminate these targets, right? Is that what we think? Or is it just capturing the piece of heart, essentially?
So the ley line was blocked even before they had the piece of heart through their manipulation of it.
So we need to kill them.
Or stop them.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot. I was going to say, if shit gets hairy, we can just grab the piece of heart and teleport out to Zunian, maybe, but it sounds like we need to kill him.
If you get them all in a 60-foot cone, I can hit them all at once. And it will be pretty cool.
It's a big room. They're going to use ranged attacks. The T-Rex likely will not. Or, well, he might be able to do both. God, dude.
Oh,
He did say the T-Rex had infinite magic.
This is going to be...
infinite, but through use of the ley line, it seems infinite to me.
Triswraith, in your opinion, if a giant elemental were to appear in combat, which one do you think would be the most devastating to the demon, or not to the demons, to the foes?
Interesting thoughts. Perhaps not fire, as the dragon seems quite proficient in that element.
What about, I would think water, but in order to suffocate them, they would have to beat it in strength, and I feel that's something that they will also do greatly.
This is true.
That leaves earth and lightning, or earth and air.
I would say that both the blob and the half-dragon, half-squid-like creature would be very proficient in water as well. Perhaps lightning? I will say that having an elemental so close to such a hub of magical energy may not be as beneficial as you hope.
How do you mean?
Well, raw elemental energy is sort of their forte.
Interesting.
But I don't really know much about it. I wish I could tell you more, really, I do.
I think before we ramp up, I need a refill / bathroom break.
I could do a little break arena.
Yeah, I'll get a beverage as well.
All right, let's get it going.
And break. Here's in Dungeons and Dragons.
Do we just go walk in there and fight these things? Like,
I go,
Yeah.
which means let's go kick some ass and bear talk.
He said, "Let's go kick some ass."
Sounds like a great idea. So I will be here. I think we're all clear on that.
You will be here, and you won't move.
That's right. And unless someone needs teleporting, I will, of course, provide my services. And I will try and get a heal or two in, though, as I've said, it's maybe not as impressive as some of your work. It still could help out.
Good.
Possibly.
I like walk over to the door, but I'm not the first one in. No way.
Right. As you begin walking away, Triswraith immediately begins like looking over to the side and like whispering something.
Mother.
You have something to say?
Fuck her, dude.
Oh, no, nothing to say to you.
What were you saying?
Of course, I was just conferring with Lord Wadworth.
Why?
You're not going to do that again.
Well, I need to just finish up this quick conversation.
You're
with him.
not going to do that again.
Hang up the phone.
Understood?
No, say it. You're in the zone of truth. Say it.
I will not contact him until this is settled.
What is this being settled? The zone of truth?
No, of course not. This situation in the other room.
Very well.
All right, then. Good luck.
Thank you.
I walk up next to Bran, kind of like looking at the door. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this?
And I charged kind of through the door first, so I'm like,
You need to muster courage, my friend. Calm your mind. Follow us through. Work efficiently.
I make a small flame in my hand. I'm right behind you.
That's the spirit. I like pat you really hard on the shoulder.
Really hard on the shoulder.
Flame goes out for a second, and then grows much larger.
And I'm gonna look back to Tick Tick and be like,
You burst through the door.
and then I'm gonna go through the door.
What was this?
I'm a bear.
All right. Smashing through this door, you immediately feel your entire body lock into place
Uh-oh.
as you trigger this trap. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
My bear constitution's pretty good.
+3.
+3. Wha-da-ja. I don't know why I rolled with advantage. I don't know why I did that. I just kind of fucked myself over. Yeah, that was dumb. Bear constitution. Right now it's a 10. So if it's 13.
Understood. As you leap into this room, you lock into place. Looking around this room, you see this diffuse blue energy spiraling into 4 points that arc from what is, the beginnings of this ley line that just breaks apart and seems to open up into this almost spewing of magical energy into the room. You see it just perfusing everywhere, but particularly spiraling and congealing in to the 4 creatures that you see before you. The first one, easily 30 feet tall, certainly not the Tyrannosaurus Rexes you've heard of, jaws the size of a large beast themselves. You see kind of hunched over as it rises, the jaws looking in your direction, eyes of flame. You see behind it this engulfing creature, half made of twisted skeletal dragon, and the other half these crooked tentacles that currently expand, kick it off the floor and begins hovering in the place. Next to it, you see this blob that was sort of like laid out and just like sticking to the walls and the floor in the corner come together into like this almost pillar, absorbing the energy from the ley line. Even as it does, you see pulse with different colors, green, then red, then blue, And as it turns blue, you see this highlighting of electrical energy around it. As a bright yellow light just expands from it, seeming to indicate some sort of convergence and expansion of this ley line energy through it. And finally, you see one Illithid stand up. He looks to be entirely naked, but as he moves, you can see his body shifting and transforming, blue to green to yellow energy as well. Now he stands as this sort of humanoid embodiment of the energy that perfuses this room. Yellow lines cutting through him where you believe a skeleton would have been if it wasn't such a malleable creature. You see each of its sort of tentacle-like mouth just lighting up with this gold energy and blue crackling electricity coalescing around the body. At which point, you, being caught in this trap, suffer 83 points of force damage.
It is safe to say, fellas, I am no longer a bear.
Are you back to dragon or human?
Dragon.
You absolutely destroy the doorway that you're caught in. The entire room enveloping around you see as bits of shrapnel break off, they slow and eventually stop, hovering mid-air in this odd, omnipresent, almost force field-esque magical energy that makes up a very floatable air.
How many points of damage did I take there?
83.
So, we're not in combat rounds yet, right?
You're about to be. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Motherfucker, dude, I was gonna use... Okay.
And if you want to do something before going in the room, you should have not had the bear guy just burst into the room.
Whoa, now you're going to say this is my fault.
God dang it, Garrick. This is the bear.
Let's go natural 20 on initiative.
Hey.
I don't get
keep
any
the
plus
chat.
to dex? Damn.
Oh, I got a private message from Brian Stormwind.
Whoops, that wasn't supposed to be a private message.
You feeling that way?
Now's the
Brian?
time. Betray the party.
Y'all want to hear what? I don't mean to spill your secret, but it's. Okay.
Order 66.
The time has come.
The time
Execute
has
order
come.
66.
Something dark side.
Dude, those used to be my
Evil.
shit.
Do it.
Do it. I am
Good,
the Senate.
Anakin. Good. Kill him now. Hey, Tick Tick, what's going on there?
Putting on war paint.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Oh
It's
my
like a
gosh.
It's a revitalizing
He's
face
white
mask.
facing.
Nice. I assume that's a non-natural 20 from you, Nugget.
That is a natural 20. Sorry.
Natural 20. Wow,
It was not a dirty one. It's nice and clean and pristine.
Okay, finally, I think I have everybody set with initiative. Alec and Nugget going simultaneously with natural 20s.
If you want to
I'm
go
gonna
first,
just
man.
burst through the door. Just
Actually, yeah, you're already in the room, so
How far away are all of them?
30. Oh.
They're interspersed throughout the room. The closest one about 40 feet away. The furthest one more like 100 feet away from you, the blob in the corner.
I'm going to attempt to catch the three that are 90 feet in front of me into a cone, specifically centered around my face.
Okay. Roll a percentile die.
Percentile. 95.
Okay. I'll say that you can get all four of them.
That's an A.
Oh, I'm just gonna blast it throughout the room. Even fucking Alec is gonna be like, "Whoa, that's hot," you know, like it's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
As the flame erupts from your throat, you feel the heat pulsing through your chest, and then it goes about 3 feet before slowing and freezing in the air.
I'm just like,
You see it like
Go!
creeping forward and then just totally stopping.
I'm gonna duck it. So I like just. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna use that as an intimidation tactic. I meant to do that. I'm gonna stomp through. I'm gonna like tear through my own flame, and I'm gonna rub it on my face. And I'm gonna make my everyone has to roll a wisdom save or be frightened of me. So within 120 feet. So
Including allies.
no, creatures of my choice.
What's the save?
21 wisdom.
21 wisdom.
21.
All right. The blob is currently frightened of you.
Oh, wait, hey. That I used my action to cast or to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. No frighten. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. That I like did it. But I am gonna use my 80 feet of fly speed to just take
As
off.
you feel like you're flying through thick molasses. You feel yourself propelling into the air and find that oddly you're floating even without the addition of flight. You're just kind of slowly moving. You get about 10 feet into the room.
Guys, I hate this. I'm gonna continue to try flapping. That's all I got.
Great. Alec.
Son of a
I-
bitch. Go ahead, Tony.
I say, Alec, what is happening?
I don't know. As I like run into the room and I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on hopefully the
Matrix.
the matrix that's slowing time and slowing us down and slowing fire breath down. Like that's gonna be an issue.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to cast Dispel Magic on it and just kind of like remove it.
All right. The illithid-looking gentleman among them takes a step forward, and in a crude common says, "Magical redirection. I need you to make a spell ability modifier check
Man hit
against
you
him.
with the Uno reverse card right there.
With a what, Logan?
A spell casting, ability check.
$19.
19. You feel as the energy is congealing and you're preparing for this spell, all of the tendrils of the spell redirect towards you. And I need you to pick a random magic item among your things, whatever you prefer,
Son of a
and it is
bitch.
no longer a magical item.
Dude, this is not okay.
This is not nutty. I was gonna show up. I was gonna breathe on some shit. Just gonna bite him.
Is Yulgrid's spellbook magical?
No.
No. I'm trying to just grab a piece of heart here. I don't know what else I have on me that's it.
I don't know if I can give you hints. The wind fan I
Um,
gave to you is a magical item. It's pretty fucking useless.
I gave that back to you, didn't I?
No, I don't think so.
The wind fan.
No, because you kept it because you got rage issues. I told you to cool down with it.
Yeah.
The beholder eye of anti-magic cone of is that magical?
Yes.
Okay. That.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I wonder if we could actually use that.
Not anymore. Shit.
You just pull out the eye and everything just goes to poop. They're just 4 little kids in trench coats.
They're the kids that were fucking with Tony earlier.
Yeah, those fucking fiends.
We need to kill that
there's
fucking
one.
guy in the middle. I guess that was my action. God bless, dude. Crap. I'm gonna try to dispel the magic again. Fuck, I don't know if I should or not. Will, can you dispel magic?
No. I have more offensive-based support spells.
Okay.
I can dispel magic.
All right. Damn, I hate to say this, but I feel like this is the end of my turn. Is there any cover in the room? Anything to hide behind, or is it just like a clean slate room?
That one.
Okay.
There's a dragon you could hide behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that, honestly. I kind of tried to dispel the magic. This doesn't work, and I just kind of like scamper behind the dragon.
Yeah, but your scamper is more like.
Okay. Okay, you know what?
Move it like 1/8 speed in the room.
I'm gonna like open the Tome of Still Tongues and just like flip through the pages, and I'm just gonna like put my hand on it and try to dispel the magic again if I can.
Okay. At which point you hear in the back of your mind, well, this is an interesting problem you've gotten yourself into.
I could use your secrets right about now.
We'll see. Roll a spell casting ability modifier check.
It's worse.
Wait. Add. Go ahead
is it?
and add.
Oh, am I supposed to
1d
add? Yeah.
Go ahead and add 1d4.
Just the bluntness of it's worse.
It's a 20. Do I add anything from Dan? Or is
No.
that okay? It's a 20 total. Dirty 20.
Let me absorb into you. I can fix this problem.
Oh Christ.
My hand's like on the book, and I'm just thinking of the magic dispelling, and I think of just what will happen if. Fine, just do it. I just say fine.
You see Alex's eyes glaze over briefly as flame erupts from his eye sockets, not stopped by the slowness of whatever this area is. And immediately his eyes gloss over, and then he closes them and they reopen, and you see the irises are a crisp light blue. And as he turns his head slightly back to the party, you see his eyes shifting along with his face. The cheeks suck in, the forehead collapsing slightly, his hair falling from the sides of him as his face turns skeletal, the skin slowly dissolving away. And then the jaw of the skeletal mask grins and says, I'm finally back.
Damn it.
And with just a wave of Alex's hand, you see this gigantic pool of blue energy cutting through this room. Goes away. Gone. The ley line seems to have been shut off. It's as if the power has been shut off as all the light in the room goes away. The energy coursing through these four individuals disappears. And that's the end of your turn, Alec.
Well, now we're on even playing ground. Let's go.
Wow, I don't even know what the hell happened.
I think it's
That ain't
not
good.
good at all. I think it's, I don't know.
Right. So it is now my illithid leader's turn. He takes a couple of steps forward. Oh, how inconvenient. And he is going to use the roaring winds of limbo as he reaches out. Infusion, wind. And he reaches forward and casts this spell. And you see a rip cut in a circular motion around him as it expands. You see into the plains of chaos, filling this area with a windstorm of unbelievable magnitude, cutting and moving and burning through the area around you. You see like little interspersions of this breakage appearing all throughout and surrounding you all. And I need you all to make
Logan, do I have any control over my character anymore?
you're gonna find out on your turn.
Okay.
Strength saving throws, everyone.
Is this? Oh, never mind.
To include, I mean, are we all in that room yet, or?
He interspaced. He has these cubes he can place. He placed them all the way throughout all of you.
Okay.
So you're all affected.
Are we within Bran?
What's up?
Are we within Bran?
Oh yes, you get Bran's bonus.
Thank God.
I failed.
3, right?
Yeah.
18.
15.
22.
4.
4.
Sebs,
What do I need to roll? They came back for a minute.
strength saving throw.
Strength save.
Okay. 15. I don't think that's enough.
Okay. So anybody with lower than a 17, which I believe is what? Who all? I didn't really catch everything. Alec, I got Tick, Sebney. Did Brandon and Nugget, you both pass? Okay, great. So the three of you that fail, you feel as this wind rips and tears you, flinging you across the room from your party. You find yourself on the exact opposite side of the room, slamming into the wall. You will suffer just a minor 9 points of damage, bludgeoning damage, each of you.
Dan gave +3.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 18 then.
Oh,
About
okay.
that.
So then never mind. You succeed. So you're not
It's
thrown.
me and Tick.
Just Tick and Alec are thrown to the other side of the room. Suffer 9 points of damage, and any non-magical flames disappear as you see the coal that Alec has been kind of clutching just go out. He like stares down at it, and you see Alec's hand transforming skeletal as he crushes the coal and just drops it. And
Good boy.
instead, you see green energy coalescing into a small lantern that he holds next to him.
I should not have offered as tribute.
And
I also shouldn't have put my hand on the book and said, "Okay, do it."
You okay? It's fine. What are you, the god of evil secrets or something?
And then he, as a bonus action, will summon from the elemental planes of chaos some debris. So you see these just rocks and things just coming in, shattering, flying at the two of you that failed to save. And that will be
Shit, sorry.
31 points of bludgeoning damage to the two of you.
Oh,
Damn,
oh,
my leg.
not a fan.
my leg.
And it seems as though this tear in space and time is hanging around. So,
That's good.
At which point it is my Dragon Kraken hybrid's turn. It begins crawling on its tentacles as it moves towards you. Its draconic arms curling into this sort of like crossed arm configuration as it says, "Do I eliminate them now, master?"
Jesus.
And the other turns and says,
No.
"Yes, best to do with them quickly." And he is going to go ahead and lean back and call down misfortune upon. I'll say the giant dragon thing. Probably that one's the one that needs misfortune.
What?
That would be you, Nugget, Dragon Man.
Oh, that dragon. Okay.
Yes. So you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, maybe I won't. Oh no. 18.
Okay. Reaching forward, you see this like grayish energy expanding at you. It briefly like blocks your vision, but you barely overcome what would have been a source of bad luck for you for quite some time. Following this up, the thing, it's going to use its bonus action to leap up into the air and transform fully into a dragon.
Oh.
At which point it is Tick Tick.
Yeah. Hey, Alec, buddy, you doing okay over there?
Can I
Right.
respond?
You can respond.
I guess, I mean, like, how do I feel? Like, what's the experience like for me? You know what I mean?
You haven't really grasped it yet. So far, you cast a spell. It felt like you were casting a spell. You went through
Okay.
some sort of change.
I like look at my skeletal hand, and I look at Bran, and I look at Tick Tick, and I say, whatever happens, do what you have to do. And that's all.
And then as you like stop speaking, a different voice echoes from within him. Though his mouth does not move, it says, "And I will do what must be done if you fail."
Are we aware of which creature afflicted him like that?
Well, I mean, your godly patron, not patron, but your godly mercenary, I guess you could say, told you that he has been flirting with this, lich creature that seems to have some degree of connection to the undead as well as to magical energies from past long ago, and is attempting to become some degree of a god. I mean, Melandria was pretty clear about her not being a fan of this idea, if you remember correctly. In fact, she said that you need to cut ties with Alec or force him to stop. So you're thinking it might have to do with that. And Torm, not a fan of the undead at all. Does not think that's a good natural part of existence.
Which creature was it that he was talking to?
A lich known as Vecna.
No, I mean the one that was in the room that he was talking to whenever he was trying to dispel magic. He was talking to Vecna?
No. Well, yes. I mean, when he
like,
was...
when I put my hand on the book and something said like that
was Vecna,
you're in a predicament here, and I said, I need your secrets, I need your help right now.
Yeah,
that was
Vecna.
Vecna.
I misunderstood. Okay, got it.
And I said, help me, and then this is what I got.
Which is the creature that seems to have since taken over him.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a fan of that, but we'll deal with that later. Is there any possible way in which I could line all 4 of these illithid creatures up in a 60-foot cone? Like, if I could, move to any point in the room, is there any angle at which I could hit all 4 of them in a 60-foot cone?
Probably not all of them at this point, since the Kraken did make some distance between himself and the rest of the group. You could probably get the other 3 of the cone.
Okay. Second question for you, just a rules clarification. So the rule is, like, if you cast like a bonus action spell, you can only cast a cantrip as your action, right? Is that how you play it generally, or can I cast 2-leveled spells?
I think you can cast 2-leveled spells. I think that's a stupid rule.
Okay, cool. Then I will stop holding back, I suppose. In that case, I will be using both my 6th and my 7th level spell slots. I'm going to expend 6 sorcery points to cast Scatter as a bonus action first. And I'm going to need them all to make... Oh, this is in a different book. I'm sorry.
What's the range on the spell?
Scatter, 120 feet.
Okay, great. That would be well within range then.
I need them all to make... Sorry, it's in a different book than I thought. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The range is 30 feet, but I can move them within 120 feet. So can I move to get within 30 feet of most of them?
No. I mean, they're still a good 60 feet away from you. So, I mean, you could get like the one in very front, but you probably could not get either of the 2 behind him with just your base movement speed.
Shit.
Yeah, just because you were thrown across the other side
Yeah,
of the room makes it
yeah.
a little bit trickier.
No, yeah, sorry. In that case, I will not be doing that. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Sorry, yeah, I know that can throw a wrench in
No,
your
you're
plans.
okay. You're okay. I'm not gonna do that. I suppose then. I am going to cast I'm gonna cast Misty Step as a bonus action.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Misty Step. I think that's 30 feet closer.
I think so too.
Then
In that
I'm
case,
going,
you could easily run in a position to get them all. all
right,
three
right,
places.
but yeah, I'm gonna Misty Step 30 feet closer. Then I'm gonna use my action to cast Polymorph on myself. And I'm going to polymorph myself into a T-Rex.
Okay. Moving your way forward, you see the Illithid sort of like looking up towards you, trying to gauge what you do. And as you misty step towards him, he's immediately going to attempt to counterspell you. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, so no, he fails to counterspell you, and you successfully polymorph yourself into a T-Rex.
Great. Then as a
You're
T-Rex,
about a third the size of this T-Rex man again, across
Yeah.
from you.
As a T-Rex, I'm going to lumber forward with my movement speed here. I'm gonna lumber, hopefully. So is there a way now I can get within 30 feet of them all?
Certainly within. You're already 30 feet away from like the Illithid. I mean, you could, if you move like another 20 feet forward, you would be well within range of all of them within 30 feet of you.
That is what I'm gonna do. As a T-Rex, I'm just gonna get in the center of everything here.
You do.
And I believe that's my turn. Sorry that took so long. I
No worries.
was not counting on being thrown across the room.
Happens to the best of us. At which point, ironically, it is their T-Rex's turn, and he is going to quickly run up to meet you in T-Rex form. You see its jaws separating, and as it does, you see in the internal workings of it, it has this sort of odd quasi-illithid interior. You see this sort of like purplish flesh. You even see some like tentacles in the back of its throat. As it closes in with you, it is going to make 2 bite attacks. Oh, the first of which is going to be a 31 to hit, and the second one is a 19 to hit.
Sorry, I am trying to find the T-Rex stats
course.
here. Both will hit.
Okay. First one is 31 points of piercing damage. And the second one is 25 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to roll some Constitution saves, I believe. But I use the Tyrannosaurus Rex Constitution. Now, if I'm proficient in con saves, I can add my proficiency, correct?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So the first one, I need to beat half of the total, right?
Half of 31, 16.
Yeah, so I beat that one. I got a
Okay.
21. Second
And
one,
13.
13. I got a 13.
Very nice. So you are fine. You're still a Tyrannosaurus Rex, though a very injured one, or at least a somewhat injured one, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, and that is my T-Rex's turn. As a bonus action, he seems to like look around the room a little bit, and his eyes sort of catch on to you, Tick Tick, and he seems extremely interested in you as he's like staring down at you. You're sort of surprised at this almost look of intrigue from such a bestial-looking creature. And he will growl out, "This one touches the source." And that is the T-Rex's turn. 70, bringing you up.
Okay, so is this matrix still here affecting everyone's spellcasting?
No, it has been dispelled by Vecna.
Okay, excellent. Well, then that I would
In
like.
fact, even the tube of like energy is just gone. You don't see any sort of
Okay,
remnants of whatever this ley line, just gone.
cool. So then that
Uh-oh.
does affect what I will do. I am going to assume that I'm still outside of the room. Or I guess there's really no door because it was destroyed
It was,
by.
just totally eviscerated by the dragon. Yeah.
Okay, so then I would like to.
Oh, I like your upgraded name, Nugget. You're no longer Dragon Bear, just Dragon only.
Yeah. You
I will-
gotta keep it together, specified.
I would like to wild shape into a lightning elemental right where I stand.
Okay, you think that may be potentially dangerous for the allies in your vicinity.
Well, okay, I see. What I'd like to do is I'd like to run forward then and then transfer into an lightning elemental
Okay.
with the movement. So let's say I expend 15 feet or 30 feet and
Sure.
I transfer into the elemental. Do I get that movement subtracted from its total movement or?
You would have already used your movement this round, so
Okay.
you do not have any movement remaining once you become
Okay.
an element.
So then, yeah, I guess I'll do that. And rather than like a traditional purple, like lightning elemental mixed with clouds, my demon armor mixes with the cloud. So it's like this deep red mixed with this bright purple.
I like it.
And so then with that, the dinosaur thing is closer to Tick Tick. So what's closer to our side of the fight?
The closest to you is certainly the Illithid himself, the one that just looks like a normal Illithid. Then would probably be the dragon kraken beast, and then the blob and the T-Rex are considerably further away from you.
Okay. In that case, I think I'm gonna cast Stormwave. Oh wait. It doesn't say that it's a cast. It's so this is how it reads. Each creature in the elemental space must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Well,
So-
no one is in your space currently.
Okay. Well, can I be in someone's space to make a weapon attack or no?
You are too far away right now to be. I mean, you could run again, but then you would not be able to then attack. So you could be in the space
like
of this
sprinting.
creature, which would have the effect of him making that save, but you wouldn't be able to then attack.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I'll just if I will hold my action for now, if something tries to attack me, I guess, or
Okay.
comes in my space, I will do Stormwave,
Very nice. Sounds good.
and that will end it.
All right, great. So that was Sebni, now a lightning elemental. It is now this blob-like creature's turn, and it moves with an incredible speed. As it was this pillar, it turns into this ball and begins rolling forward, seemingly targeting now lichefied Alec. I like Alekna. That's quite nice. Is going to quickly approach you, moving at a really miraculous speed. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to try and get out of the way of this ball of luck.
17.
17 is the save. Very nice. You are able to bypass the creature's innate dashing ability. However, it will follow this with an engulf as it just tries to congeal on top of you. I do need you to make another save. This one will be a strength saving throw.
It's going to be real bad. 3.
Okay, 3. So it just totally sticks around you. You find yourself restrained. And you lose 1 level of spell slots. So it'll have to be a level 1 spell slot that you lose. And you believe that every turn you are restrained, you will lose another 1d6 spell slots.
Damn. Okay. Do I get a reaction at all? I guess I didn't take damage from this guy.
What sort of reaction are you interested in doing?
Well, I was going to do Hellish Rebuke, but I thought that was on if you take damage. I don't think I took any
I believe you
damage.
do have to take damage, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, he's just sucking your magical energy from you. All right, that's my blob. Bran.
Okay, if I'm able to move freely, I am going to take a couple of steps into the room,
Yep.
and then I am going to Misty Step
Okay.
towards the Tyrannosaurus-looking Illithid.
Okay.
And when I
Easy
appear, I'm going to be in the air right around its head due to my boots.
Ooh, nice.
And then I'm going to throw my spear, which is activated.
Yes, sir.
I have a question about, you had told me that when I retract the spear, it does 3 times the damage. I have 2 questions. Is retracting an action or an
Yes.
attack? Okay.
It is.
And does it do 3 times the damage that it did on that attack to throw it, or do I re-roll,
Re-roll with 3 times as much rolling.
including my modifiers, or just the
No,
dice?
just the dice.
Just the dice. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So you
well,
could
that's what I'm gonna
potentially
do.
throw retract as 2 attack actions on a turn.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought it was going to mean, but I
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah, no worries.
that I go crazy with it. All right, so I'm going to throw my spear at this nasty thing. That is a 31 to hit.
Yeah, that'll nick him.
All right.
Who are you hitting, Dan?
T-Rex.
The T-Rex. And I'm going to Divine Smite. Oh, is he a fiend or undead?
Nope.
Okay. I didn't think.
But
so.
Alec is.
Yeah, I'll deal with him shortly. Crap. Okay, so holy shit.
Oh, that's the best dog ever. Wow.
It's definitely not being controlled by a small
It's-
child. It's petting me.
Poor
The
dog
dog
is
is
like,
petting-
I don't want to do this either, Tony, but it's where we are right now.
That is 53 points of damage with Divine Smite on the spear. And for my second attack, I'm going to extract the spear.
This is such hard math.
Yeah, I saw
Okay,
him just
there
look
it
up.
is, there it
Give
is.
you some mental math. That's a good sign.
Oof, sheesh. My engineering brain couldn't handle that one.
Does my extra Divine Smite count towards that, or just retracting wouldn't be that? So I don't think.
No,
right?
no. Unless you Divine Smite again, it wouldn't have an innate Divine Smite of any kind.
Can I? Well, I have an improved Divine Smite, which gives me 1d8 on attacks.
Oh, no, that is not tripled. It's just the
Okay.
damage from the thing that's tripled.
So then that is 18 points of damage on the retraction.
18 points. That math was considerably easier. Great.
Doing my best Thor impression. I just like, rah!
Yeah, you see
That
it sticks into this creature, looks up, you bring it back. Yeah, it seems pretty pissed off by that. Certainly looks like a healthy guy. I mean, he looks like he can take some punishment, but he didn't like it. That's for sure.
Okay, that's what I got.
All right, Alekna, it is your turn.
Okay. I still just have all the capabilities of Alec, like
As
typical
far as
Alec?
you know.
Okay.
I mean, you don't feel a whole lot different.
I just look fucked
You're
up,
just,
basically.
sometimes doing things that you're not really a part of.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Immolation on the blobby guy around me. Basically, I'm just gonna like kind of reach my arms out. I guess I'm restrained.
You're
I don't know.
restrained.
Okay. I'm just gonna like basically generate heat off of myself and cast Immolation on the blob.
Mhm.
So he'll have to make a save.
You see as the energy expands from you expect this vibrant, red and yellow, blue flame. It's this ilking of darkness. This necrotic energy expands from you. Oh, is that a
Nice.
save for me?
Yeah. Dex save.
You would not believe how undexterous this blob really is.
As a blob myself, I
Rolled
understand.
Is
It
it
rolled a 10 minus 4, so.
nice? Okay. 1 second.
Derek, do you get a -4 when you're walking to class?
100%. That first jump out of bed too. That's just straight
oh man,
-4.
that's a straight up disadvantage.
So Logan, normally on fire spells, I get to add like bonuses because of their fire element. Is that bonus just gone now, or is that power still innate in you?
It still works.
Okay, cool.
More of a flavor thing, really, but you know.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. So, hold on 1 second.
I got some battle music going on.
I'm listening to rap again, so I'm probably gonna kill you guys.
That really brings out the ire.
Listen
in
to
a young gentleman.
some Christian rap or something. Maybe some a little bit lighthearted, you know.
Who are you listening to right now, Logan?
Currently listening to the song "Rockstar" by DaBaby and Roddy Ricch.
DaBaby. Do I look like DaBaby? Be honest.
Don't know who that
I
is.
don't know, Alex.
Okay, he's gonna take 36 points of what would be fire damage. I guess is necrotic.
Yes,
But he
sir.
also would catch on fire normally because he failed to save.
He'd catch on necrosis fire.
You said
Necro
30,
fire. 36.
36.
Of what would be fire damage, I guess, is necro fire.
That's another hard math one. Okay. You see the blob, when you expect it to engulf in flame, just starts deteriorating. Pieces of it dying. You see like little bits of it just like falling to the ground. They almost look like they've been like dehydrated, where you have this kind of like lush, almost gel-like network here. You see like pieces of like solid burnt material just kind of like falling, like shedding off of it.
Okay.
It has the same material effect as it being on fire.
Okay. Is there any way I can break the restraint? I guess I would have to use my action to like get out of him or something.
That would be an action to do. Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I will not be. Yeah, I won't be doing anything else.
Great.
Unfortunately.
Vecna whispers, "It feels good, doesn't it, to destroy?" And then, quietly, you find your own lips whispering, "Bran won't approve. He'll have to learn. Perhaps we should evolve him beyond." I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Me or Dan?
You.
You're getting evolved at the moment.
Yeah, for real. A wisdom save? I got a 5.
All of a sudden, you think that undeath might be a good move for a lot of your crew. Just, wipe them out. You can always bring them back.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd be unstoppable. We'd be immortal.
More powerful
Can't kill me. I'm already dead.
and easier to influence.
True. I am sick of constantly arguing with them. Whatever I say.
Okay, so that was Alex's turn. Nugget, that does bring up your draconic nature once again.
I'm gonna roll for my breath weapon. I get it on a
Roll
5.
that d6, baby.
I got a 3, so no. How far away is dragon? Illithid dragon?
It's not too far from you, maybe 15, 20 feet. It's making its way towards you, so.
And then how far away is T-Rex?
Consider like way further, like 80 feet away, because he's by Tick.
What about the regular Illithid guy? He's still in the middle of the room.
He's still, much more central. That he's maybe like 30 feet away from you, Nugget.
All right, here's the play.
I'm probably about 20 feet away from the T-Rex.
Yeah,
Here's the
that's
play.
what I figured.
I see the dragon rushing towards me, and I finally flap my wings free of this weird matrix, and I'm gonna
feels
just, and I'm gonna dash over to the Illithid in the center,
Ooh,
and
nice.
I'm going to attempt to. Well, first I want everybody within 120 feet not sorry, just the Illithids within 120 feet to roll wisdom saving throws.
Yes, sir. Which will be all of them. To start with the Illithid himself,
21
that
is what
is
they're trying to get, or else they're frightened.
19. Not going to do it. So he is frightened of you. The dragon guy, he's fine. The T-Rex is more than fine, and the blob fails. So the blob is also frightened of you.
I'm gonna fly 30 feet to the Illithid.
Yes.
And you said, how tall is this place?
The room is quite tall, like maybe 100 feet.
Okay, so I am gonna attempt to grapple him with one of my attacks, and he gets disadvantaged because he's scared of me.
Is your scary thing an action to do?
It is. So it says it can use its frightful presence. It then makes 3 attacks.
Oh, nice, great.
Yeah. So it's
Do you
kind
attempt
of.
to grapple?
But yeah, so it's not like I get to use it all the time because eventually either
Yeah.
after
aware
a
of
minute
the effects.
or and then they'll become immune. So okay,
Yeah,
so
for
I attempt to
24 hours.
grapple it and he gets a disadvantage. And
Yes.
I got a 25 to grapple.
So he, as you approach him, and as he sees your wings kind of like expanding around him, he will say, "Morphogenesis expansion." And you see these gigantic arms expand from his back, grabbing onto you with advantage.
Is that a spell?
No.
Okay.
I got 25.
He has infused his body with certain modifications.
Okay.
It was a spell kind of initially, but now it's no longer a spell.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so you barely edge out his 23 there. And yeah, you collapse him down a bit.
I have 50 feet of movement left.
Mhm.
50 feet of fly movement left. And I'm going to use it to, because when you grab a hold of someone, you can move them, but you have to expend double movement. So I'm going to get him 25 feet higher up in the air.
Mhm.
And on the way up, I'm going to give him a bite and a claw attack.
Sure thing.
First, the bite is going to be it's going to be a 34. Claw is going to be a 27.
Time to die, Squid Billy.
They both obviously yes.
Okay, I still got to wait for the confirmation just to be nice. The fire is, or sorry, the bite is going to have some fire behind it because I sink into it and I spew some flame a little bit.
Nice.
So, do I separate the fire and the?
You do not need to. No.
So 14, 18, 24, 26, 27, plus 10, 37 piercing and fire damage for that bite. And then the claw is going to be 17. Now he is 25 feet in the air.
Okay, he looks considerably more, considerably less healthy, I guess, than the other two. He certainly seems to take damage more efficiently. You feel like you're actually doing something when you hit him with your things, which is nice. He definitely does not look happy with you, though he also looks terrified. So it's an interesting look from the guy.
I don't want to do too much here, but I would just kind of like to spew out. You got 1 second to call the rest of these guys off, or else you're toast, literally. I'm gonna
Roll
keep flying up.
intimidation check with advantage since he is scared.
Charisma 24.
Okay. He just looks up to you, like clearly quaking in his boots, and he says, perhaps we can work something out. I don't think that this is necessarily such a bad situation for the lot of us.
That's my turn, but I'm gonna keep flying upwards.
He says, all right, it is now his turn. He says, release me and I can accord.
And I'm gonna pull a Joker and go, poor choice of words, and I'm gonna drop him.
Nice. You see wings sprout from his back as he says, metamorphosis, flight. The wings kick out, and initially they look almost skeletal as they then reconnect with his skin in this bat-like configuration. Takes 3 quick, pumps to one side, then hovering in the air is going to look up toward you, Nugget, unable to get closer to you due to his fear. He is going to look away from you, and then with disadvantage, he is going to attempt to. What is he going to do here? Yeah, he's going to use uncontrollable transformation upon you. That is a wisdom. Is that word? Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Weird.
Is that a spell?
It is a spell.
How far away is he from me?
I would say he's maybe 25, 30 feet away from you.
I think I'm gonna cast a counter spell on him. If I can.
It is a 7th level spell, so you'll have to roll.
Can I cast it at a higher level?
You
Does it
could.
make a difference? Wait, sorry, I'm looking at it, but you probably know more quickly how this works. Counterspell.
I think that to automatically cancel it, you'd have to cast it at a 7th level, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know the entire mechanics off the top of my head, if you want to read them.
Okay. You attempt to interrupt the process of a spell. If it's passing 3rd or lower, it automatically fails. If it's 4th or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level. On a success, the creature's spell has no effect. All right,
Does it
I'll
say
roll.
at higher levels or anything?
At higher levels, when you cast the spell using a spell slot of 4th or higher, the interrupt spell has no effect if it is less than or equal to the level.
Yeah, so I was correct. You'd have to cast it at a 7th level to negate a 7th level automatically.
So I basically either that or I roll.
Yes.
Okay, I'll roll. Yeah, I'll roll for it.
I think your fiance might need you as well.
Do you need me? Oh. Nat 20.
Gamers.
You feel briefly, Nuggets, this something tearing out the back of you as this other prehensile arm erupts before fizzling, thanks to a nice spell. And as you see it fizzle, it cracks and falls off, becoming skeletal and then crumbling to dust off the back of you. And you hear from Alec's mouth, yes, it feels good to watch flesh die.
I'm looking up at you
Yeah, thanks, man.
You look down, you see his just crystal blue eyes, just entranced. He almost looks aroused. It's bizarre.
Nothing new here, yeah.
That's what I look like when you see fire usually. But
So that was my action and bonus, I believe. So that is a bit unfortunate. It will use its full fucking movement to fly away from the giant dragon that it's afraid of, because why not?
And then it
does
can
get to repeat the save at the end of its turn.
at the end of its turn, yeah.
Ooh, much better. 27.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be scared of me for at least 24 hours, I'd say.
At least 24 hours. That's right. Okay. So now the full dragon elephant, now that he has made his transformation, is going to just collide with Nugget's dragon form here. And it is, you know what? It's going to open up with a breath weapon. You're surprised as it collides with you. Its scales, which initially were this sort of grayish black, all turn blue. And as it locks with you, you see its mouth open, its horn absorbing energy as it blasts a lightning bolt through you. I need to make a dex save with disadvantage.
This is why do I get disadvantage?
because I said so.
Okay, yeah, that was my. I didn't know if I was fucking something up or.
No. It's because the dragon transformed this turn, so it gets basically a surprise round with whatever breath weapon.
Yeah, it's true. It did surprise me. I rolled a 9 + 7 is going to be a 16, so
Not quite there, I'm afraid. That is 67 points of lightning damage.
God.
Is the unicorn active at this at all, or is he just like, wee?
Yeah, you haven't noticed him.
Just
Okay,
getting
yeah.
lightning shot through me. I'm like,
Yeah.
Drizray, help me. Ah.
He's like,
And then it is going to fully morph into a basically the head of a dragon, and the rest of him is this like squiddly, like kraken creature, and it is going to try to grapple you. Do you have advantage on grapples? 'Cause it has
No.
advantage on grapples.
No, I'm a little dragon now, not a kobold. Mighty powerful kobold.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah. Oh no. 18. Ooh.
All right. As you guys see this dragon lock in with the other dragon, you see it morph. And as these tendrils appear, they wrap and tighten around. And you see one around Nugget's throat, another sort of cutting his wings and holding him in place as this creature seems to hover unnaturally, just with Nugget in its grasp, like twisting him and holding him in place. So you are restrained and grappled.
Now I know how it feels, man.
Yeah.
I've been doing this all campaign. This shit sucks.
You feel like all like the different suction from the arms of the creature like sticking to you and holding you. You feel like your skin like expanding and being pulled by the suction.
I'm getting a bunch of hickeys, is what you're saying.
Yes, a bunch of hickeys. Some on the neck as well. So there you go. That is my dragon's turn, bringing Tick Tick back up.
Yes. Okay. So when last Tick Tick left off, he was kind of in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Is he, by any chance whatsoever, within 30 feet of all the creatures?
Not of all of them. The blob is all the way over with Alec. The dragon is probably, the dragon that's now a kraken, is too high up, I would say, to be within 30 feet of you, since Nugget did fly so far up in the air. The other two would be within. So the T-Rex and the Illithid are within 30 feet.
If so, T-Rex movement speed is 50 feet, right? If I were to move 30 feet closer to Alec and the blob,
Yes.
would I be within, like, say, 30 feet of them and then a 60-foot cone of everyone else?
Besides the one in the air, yes, but you still would not be within the range of the one hovering.
For the cone or the...
The cone.
Okay. So I could, if I cast the cone, sorry, I'm just having trouble picturing it. If I cast the cone right now, how many of them could I hit?
Yeah, so here, can I share my screen? Nugget, can I share my screen here?
You are the host now.
Right, great. So just to clarify here, if this is the room, Alec is like here with the blob.
Yeah.
So the blob is like right here. The dragon is like way over here with Nugget, and he's up like 25 feet. And then in like this general area, the Illithid is like here. And finally, the T-Rex is like locked up with you, like in like this area. So you can, if you walk over here, you can certainly get these two. It's just this guy's in the air, which makes it so much more difficult to get him involved in this cone.
So if I were to say like teleport to the third, the X like towards the bottom corner there, right next to him, could I angle a cone so that it hit all three of them? Because it's like going sort of up in the air, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's So then that is what I am going to do, I guess. I don't think the perfect opportunity is necessarily going to arise here.
I mean, yeah, you guys are pretty spread out as it is, so.
Yeah. So then I will. How far away is it to the third X? Like, is this a Misty Step or a Dimension Door?
Misty Step would definitely get you there. You're like here-ish, so.
Great. I will bonus action Misty Step then. And then
Okay.
with my action.
That will put you within melee range of this guy, probably. Do you
Oh,
want to be
yeah.
outside?
So I duck out of T-Rex and then I Misty Step.
Okay.
And then that's okay. I'll be within melee range. I'm going to, as I appear there, I think I sort of come into focus. And as I'm looking around, I'm just going to raise one of my hands and the light sort of drains almost from the room as it dims, and all these different colors of all the different creatures like seem to sort of just get pulled towards my hand, and I'm going to outstretch it towards them and cast prismatic spray, sending these waves of color back towards them. I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone I caught in the cone.
Okay. So let's
Logan,
go.
You're still screen sharing, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You can see my natural one there. Great. Yeah. I'll stop Sheen screening if I can figure out how.
I
think there's like, it's just so dark, and then all of a sudden there's just this blast of chromatic light.
Great. So that is going to be a natural 1 from our T-Rex guy here. Way better for the Illithid. What's the save?
17.
Okay, he succeeds. As does the dragon one.
Hey,
Okay.
because I hate myself apparently. If it hit the dragon, it would hit me too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I would get
that doesn't-
disadvantage because I'm restrained, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I love rules. It's a natural 1. That's not good.
Oh,
I
Okay.
had to. I was like, if it's gonna hit him, well then.
I appreciate that because it did not cross my mind initially. So thank you.
So, okay, I have to roll all of them separately because they all do different things. So the first one, the one closest to me, is the T-Rex guy or the...
Yes, T-Rex.
Yeah, so he gets hit by a green ray, and he is going to take... 34 points of poison damage.
Hit me with fire. Hit me with fire.
Understanding.
The second one, which one is this guy?
This is the Illithid, though he succeeded the save. I don't know
Yeah.
if that affects it. Yeah.
He'll take half damage.
Great.
Or it depends, I guess.
I like how you just shot rainbows across the room and started fucking
Yeah.
people up.
So there's no effect to him because he saved, and I rolled one of the special effects on him.
Okay.
The third one, this is
The dragon.
dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. This did not work as well as I had hoped. Does he take any form of lightning damage? Or is he immune to lightning?
He takes lightning damage, yeah.
Oh, okay. He transformed into a blue dragon, so I wasn't.
Well, he's currently a kraken.
Oh, okay.
Which, to be fair, I think does actually give him lightning resistance, but he's not really a kraken. So.
Okay. Then he gets hit with a yellow ray. He's going to take 36 points of lightning damage.
Is that already halved, or will that be halved?
That has to be halved, so 18.
Got it.
And the last one is Nugget, I guess.
What's up?
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
Gang, gang.
Nugget is blinded, and at the start of his next turn, he must make a wisdom saving throw.
To be unblinded? Or
Sort of.
okay, we'll save it. I have blind sight, which means
yeah,
I can
yeah,
sense
yeah.
vibrations or whatever. So honestly, of all the things to happen,
Well, we'll see.
Well,
Turns out.
And that's my turn.
very nice, Tick Tick. It is now the T-Rex's turn, who turns around, very unhappy with you, and is going to go ahead and pretty unceremoniously bite you again, twice.
I mean, you can't blame him.
That is the third 16 I've rolled in a row, which makes that a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Much worse. That's just 14 to hit.
14 will not hit.
Great.
I'm too nimble.
It
You're
is
slippery.
38 points of piercing damage.
Okay, so I go down.
Okay, great.
What?
So then if I go down with the first one, the second one hits me. Because you don't add your dexterity when you're down, do you?
Right.
I don't know.
Yes. No.
Yeah,
that is
so the
correct.
second
So,
one hits me, so I take
yes.
one fail.
One failed death save. Yes. Actually, it's a melee attack, so it critically hits you.
Great.
Meaning that you take 2 failed death saves.
Ragdolling you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you guys
Fantastic.
look up as just hanging from his mouth, the body of Tick Tick. Tick Tick clearly unconscious, bleeding profusely. Sebni, your turn as a lightning elemental.
Correct. With Tick Tick though, I'm not gonna. Just a general question: if he received hit points and a healing spell, would he be back?
Yes, sir.
Up? Okay, so
Though he would be in the jaws of a T-Rex.
yeah, hopefully he would use
But
an ability of his.
Yes,
that...
he does have ways of dealing with such situations.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that then, because I'm a lightning guy. So, if remembering back to the map, the guy that was 25 feet up, of course, that's messing with Garrick and whatnot. The one in between
The Illithid.
that, yeah, the Illithid. I would like to enter his personal space.
Rude of you.
I know.
So he is also flying. Can you fly?
Yeah. Yes, 90 feet.
Oh yeah, no problem. Then you just kind of coast on up to him, getting within his personal space, as you put it.
Yeah. So as soon as I enter a hostile creature's space and stop there, and I'm gonna stop, they just take 1d10 damage because that's a thing.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, 2. Do I add anything with that?
I don't think so.
Okay. So he takes two lightning damage. He gets a little zap, static electricity, and
Moderately annoyed.
and he must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Wow, he fails it. That is unreal.
So right now he is stunned until he takes damage or end of his turn. So does he fall then?
Yes, I was going to say he does pretty immediately take damage as he just his wings folding in. Boom! He slams into the ground. You can see him trying to mouth the words to attempt to modify his body in some way, but with his stun condition is not able to do so. And I'll say he was probably about 20 feet up, so I'll go ahead and roll some bludgeoning. It will be another nice 9 points of bludgeoning damage to him as he kind of perks back into being not stunned.
So with that, it doesn't do a good job of explaining this. So there is actions, which is Storm Wave, which is literally almost the exact same thing, but it's paralysis.
Yes.
However, what I just did was, I think, just a natural function of the
ability. That is correct. Yes.
So I haven't taken any actions yet.
No, you have not.
Okay. So in that case, I'd like to attack him again, if possible. Sure. And
so you kind of just float down to him on the ground here as he's laying there, coming back to his senses after slamming into the stone floor.
Mm-hmm. And in that case, I'm going to do Storm Wave on him. And it does not say the range for it. It says each creature... Okay, never mind. It says each creature in the elemental space. Yes. DC 13 Constitution save again.
Okay. Much better this time. Crushes the save. It's like a 28. No,
okay.
26.
Okay. Okay, it's just half lightning damage and no paralysis.
Okay.
Let me roll for that. Seven damage. Just as
that's already halved, I presume.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, he's definitely starting to feel it at this point. He's obviously the least resilient to all of these 4 creatures and is, sort of modified, but still mostly a lithid state. That was your action. Anything as a bonus? I don't know if you have anything on the character there.
I mean, not really. I don't know what to do when I have these bonus actions that I have to be creative for, so I think I'll just end it there.
Okay, sounds good. The rest of you totally lose sight of this Illithid as you just absorbed by this red swirling energy, sort of intermixed with some like purple core almost that is Sebni. That will be Sebni's turn. So it is the blob. Let's go. It is frightened of Nugget, so it is going to like pull Alekna a little bit away from Nugget here, and in doing so, is going to, without not even as just a bonus action here, is going to remove 4 levels of spell slots. So you can either do a 4th level, a 3rd level, and a 1st level, 4 first levels, whatever. It's just 4 levels of spell slots.
You could do 1 6th level and give some, tax.
Sure, I'll take a 6th level if you want to give that up.
I just did 1 4th level actually.
Okay, very nice. At which point it will use its. Well, yeah, it will. I think it's going to use Gosh, now I'm not so sure. 1 second.
Am I completely enveloped into its body?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to use Entropic Strangle on you as you see like the world around you just blacken and shift, and you find yourself contorted in such a way that as it pressures you, you feel your joints snapping and your bones breaking.
It's real bad.
No, it's really good.
It's like a chiropractor.
It's a pretty shit roll at 33 points of bludgeoning. And I do need you to make a percentile die to see if any of your extremities are no longer usable.
Percentile.
Mm-hmm. You want high.
57.
Yeah. So no worries. You certainly have some stress on your joints, but nothing broke yet. And that will be.
I'm gonna cast as a reaction, Hellish Rebuke.
All right, and you hear unprompted from your mouth, "This vile creature thinks he can control me. Well, I'll show him. I'll show all of them."
I say, let's end him. I say
Your
we
Hellish
can end
Rebuke
him.
does double damage.
Oh, tight. Okay. It needs to make a dex save.
Oh, it is really bad at those. Yeah, 7 minus 4, 3.
Yep, it'll fail that. Okay. Okay, 1 second. $36 points of damage, doubled. Like that is the double.
Wait,
Wait,
it
sorry.
is all
Wait.
already-
No, yeah, that's the total.
Okay, thank you.
No, wait.
What?
What's 18 times 2? It's not 36. That's
It is 36.
Is it? Okay, 36. Yeah, takes 36 points of necro fire. I'm calling it that. There may not be any fire, but I'm calling it that. Yeah. Also, at the end of its turn, it has to do another dex save because it's still on fire for my immolation.
It is so bad at dex saves. That is just not even 6.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me roll the dice on that guy. Oh, plus 5 more damage because the last spell was a fire-based spell.
Done.
And give me 2 seconds here. Okay, hold on.
Oh, what's the save on your fear, by the way, Nugget?
21 wisdom.
21. Okay, so it is still afraid of you.
And then take 16 more points of damage from the immolation that's still on it.
No, not that number. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Can I fucking type properly? What is wrong with me?
This thing looks still pretty beefy, even though I'm trying to melt it off of me.
I mean,
I'm just like,
it It looks like you're doing damage to it. I mean, you can see like pieces of it like shedding and falling off,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of it left.
Okay.
I mean, you're thinking at the current rate, 10 turns maybe of burning it would kill
my
it.
God. I say to Vecna, I say, what good are you? Let's see what you can do.
As you say, your voice cuts off.
But he can
He
tell
does
what I'm
not-
thinking, right?
Oh yes, he knows what you're thinking, but he does
Yeah.
not allow you to say it.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, so that was that was my turn. You reacted to me, correct?
Mhm.
So it is Braniel. I
All
imagine
right.
your full name is Braniel.
We'll go with that.
Is your full name in real life Daniel?
Yes.
Nice. So Braniel. I thought so.
Brand new.
Branny.
No.
Brandon.
We'll drive down to Springfield.
I'm in Kansas City. You don't got to drive that far.
Oh, well, even better.
He'll be over in an hour.
Yes. It will not be pleasant.
He's gonna divine smite you.
I'm going to do the same thing I did last time to the T-Rex. I forgot where exactly he is. He's got tick in his jaws.
Yeah, I mean he hasn't moved hardly at all. So you're still about 20 feet out of him.
All right, I'm going to try the same thing again to try to distract him, see if he'll spit out tick. Jesus.
I will say that you're generally aware of the fact that you may be the last chance for Tick to survive this encounter.
That's right, because he's in the mouth of the T-Rex. He's already failed 2 saves and he's not up, right?
He doesn't even have 1 success.
Yeah, he's 0-2 on death saves, and he's in the jaws. I mean, presumably this thing will continue munching on him unless you're able to stop it.
But don't worry about me.
You also think that if he spits him out and he hits the ground, that would also be the unfortunate end of Tick's young life. Not saying you can't do what you're doing, just throwing it out there.
No, I didn't know that I would be aware of that. So I'm glad you said something.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Do whatever Bran would do.
Dude, we got to see you go white.
If he, I think if Brand noticed that you were on death's doorstep, he would save you even at his own peril.
Yeah, I mean, he's about halfway through being swallowed by this T-Rex. So you assume he's not having a good time.
Trying to figure out, I can fly down, and as an action, I can do lay on hands. But I think that's all that I can do. I was gonna say,
Healing word maybe could be an option if you have that available.
No, I think I have to actually touch because I have healing hands and lay on hands. So in both cases, I have to actually touch. I don't have any healing.
You get any
spells.
of that healing potion? Would that do more than?
Well, yeah, but
more healing than like a.
As a nurse, sure you can't feed liquids to people that are not awake.
You can, because it's not so much that you're feeding it; you're applying it to their wounds when they're actually unconscious.
Okay.
You think it would be a difficult procedure in the mouth of a moving Tyrannosaurus Rex, but not impossible. Much easier to lay on hands, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to fly down and do that.
Yeah. As you do, you come face to face with one of the eyes of this T-Rex, and it's mostly as large as you, and the eye just seems to like slowly contort as it it almost seems to angle in upon you as you try to save the prey that it has grabbed.
Yeah. Looks good. I did look at it.
Guess what you didn't look at?
You look so ashamed.
What'll it be, Brand?
Oh, damn, he muted it. That's not fun. You're asking me how many hit points?
Yeah.
Do all.
Let's do 50 hit points.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
You feel Torm surge into your mind. And for a brief moment, you hear, though vengeance may be the way, it is through our friendships that our goals are achieved. Tick, tick. Shifts into being once again in the jaws of this creature.
Oh shit! He's even uglier on the inside.
I thought they smelled bad.
Yeah, you see
What
like some like
is
random
that?
like tentacles like, hanging down in the mouth, reminders of his illithid nature. It is bizarre in there, to say the least. That is your action, Brand. Anything is a bonus.
I'm considering.
Check out this picture of this chaos wizard. How sick is that? That is some
He's kinda
insane
cute.
art.
It's that crystal thing on
He
his
looks
shoulder.
pretty gray.
That's
White.
crazy.
What
Or
what
he's
I
book
could
is
not
this?
recommend this book more, by the way, guys.
That's
I mean,
just what I
actually.
picture Tick Tick looks like all the time.
just insane.
Kinda. I don't know why, but I do picture the white hair at least, which is not accurate.
No,
No.
I mean he's got a white streak in his like brown dreadlocks.
I always
Can I
remember the dreads.
I bring Tick Tick with me on a Misty Step.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
is
Wait,
that how the spell works? I don't
wait.
know.
Don't. Yeah, can I tell he's about to do this?
Let's Misty Step him out, my friend. I say that.
No. I think I'm more effective on the inside.
I kind of could give you a quick look.
I can always get myself out. If there's one thing I am, it's
Notably,
slippery.
this is coming through as him inside the jaws of
Oh, oh, no.
this is
Laying
good.
down.
This is
I'm
This is fine. As he's like being torn by like some of the longer canines like digging into him. He's like, oh, this is okay, man.
I'm just gonna Misty
Slippery.
Step him. We're gonna go 30 feet away.
Okay. Can you take someone with your Misty Step? Does it say?
It doesn't. That's why I was curious. It doesn't specifically say that I can.
Oh, in that case, I would say that you cannot.
Okay. Then I'm going to Misty Step away and respect Tick Tick's wishes.
Very nice. I like it. So that was a bonus action and your movement. I think that's everything for you, Brad, huh?
Yeah, and I'm going to Misty Step. Since I'm not taking him, I'm going to Misty Step back up in the air.
Okay, nice. So you get a little distance between yourself and this creature. At which point, Tick Tick, having been, immediately jolted back to existence here, go ahead and roll on the random magical effects table for me.
Fireball centered on yourself. Fireball centered on yourself.
Could be good. Could be bad.
What's happening?
Random magical effect.
42.
Great number, life to universe and every. Was that 42 or 24?
42.
42. Okay, good.
Was it?
Yeah, they answered
Life history and the answer to everything.
42.
The meaning's everything.
I turn into a potted plant until the start of my next turn.
Not the plant again!
Well, a plant, I am incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage. If I drop to 0 hit points, my pot breaks and my form reverts.
Immediately, you see this ceramic pot just like held back in the teeth of this creature, and you see he just kind of like looks confused.
That's what I was gonna say.
I think as I slowly start to trail, I'm like, I got it, I got it.
Here comes a plant.
The best we can hope for is that he spits out the fucking potted plant. That's the best we got.
Yeah,
God, that was the
he's allergic.
carnivore.
He's allergic
worst.
to whatever plant it is, and
Yeah. Carnivore,
That is
right? They
awesome.
only eat meat.
Yeah, he can't. Literally, a single leaf will make him explode from the inside.
Yeah, and kill everything else around him besides us.
It's like a frag
Like,
grenade.
okay, I'm gonna get this blobby guy off of me. I'm just gonna have both of my arms out, and just for flavor, I'm gonna cast disintegrate from each of my palms, just like
Oh my
just
God.
one disintegrate. But I'm just doing it like with both hands, just kind of as a perimeter around me,
Sure.
like if I can. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
cast
Why not?
disintegrate on the blobby boy. So he needs to make a save, right? Dex
I will
save.
say that he automatically, I mean, you're inside of him, he automatically fails the
Alright.
dexterity save. Kame.
Alec gone.
Naruto Jutsu.
Wow. Doesn't seem very good.
Alec.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wait.
Come.
Okay.
I got some sick battle music.
He's gonna take 76 points of damage. Half of that is force damage, and the other half is disintegration damage. Unless Vecna wants to buff that at all. I mean, I'm game.
You see a good portion of the creature just blasted out into space as if shot through the shotgun. You see it just eviscerate a portion of it, and it just fills more in with the blob.
Son of a bitch.
Fire damage? Or no, that's on my turn, I guess.
Yeah, that's at the end of your turn.
Great.
Yep.
I mean, it certainly hurt,
Yeah.
but it still got health.
Yeah.
Anything as a bonus there?
Unfortunately, I don't have any bonus actions. Unless I can use movement. I mean, I'm restrained. I guess that's the whole point of being restrained. Like, absolutely can't use movement. Yeah.
That is correct. Yes.
I need to spend a day just picking bonus action spells because it's such a waste for me to waste my bonus action every turn.
You can always try and take a
Tell me
potion
about it.
if you feel
Oh,
damaged.
I can do that. I suck at D&D, you guys.
So
dude.
technically, by the rules, you cannot take a potion as a bonus action, but I've always played that you can take
That's
bonus
right,
actions.
okay.
You just cannot give them out as bonus actions.
In that case, I will absolutely drink one of my potions. I can't use a spell scroll, right? Yeah, never mind. Okay.
That would be an
Yeah.
action.
Right. I will totally drink one of my potions. Where the fuck did I write those down at? I'm like the worst D&D player.
Say yes
think-
to Vecna.
Right.
I think the rules of D&D are the least important part of D&D, so I think you're a good D&D player.
So we
Oh,
all
thanks.
get full HP.
Mhm.
Just out of nowhere.
I don't play by
That's-
the rules.
And then you all die.
Okay.
It's the bizarrest thing.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't write down that I had taken any of those potions. Did literally our entire potion thing went into Tick Tick's like cooler?
No, we filled up our stuff with it.
Our canteens, right?
Yeah.
Right? Is
That's
that what we did?
That was canon.
That is canon.
I personally thought that you had actually been like, oh, we shouldn't do that because we need our canteens for water.
Oh.
That is just what I remember, but it's up to you guys. What you think is a better use of your canteen space?
I would never.
I know Bran had mentioned he might be able to procure water for you or something, but
I would never doubt you, Logan. But also, I'm pretty sure I think that's what we did. I think I was also a bear at the time.
That's
My
fine.
memory's a little fuzzy.
Yeah, I don't remember us having that particular conversation, but also I was really busy designing a cooler. So
I think I introduced the idea, but we never came to a conclusion as to what we did. It was like, should we do
So-
this?
yes.
Like,
So that is what I remember as well. But I thought
Yeah.
that assumed, okay, we're not going to then. But if you would like to have, you can have 3 doses inside of your canteen.
so I'll take 3 doses away
Right.
from what I
Right,
have.
yeah. What
Oh.
the number I gave you was everything in the fountain. So that would, if you want to parse it amongst yourselves,
Okay.
that's fine.
That's great. And was it
You're welcome.
what kind of healing potion was it? I didn't write.
Supreme.
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 Now I have 6 doses of Supreme Healing Potion.
I'll straight up drink one of those potions.
Straight up.
Great.
As the hole is like filling in the blob, I'm like pop the cap off and like chug it as the hole's like.
Right. You find that it has no effect
Oh,
on your
son of a
undead nature.
Oh.
And you immediately spit it from your mouth before it hurts you. Magical healing does not help the undead.
Oh
Bitch.
wow! That's crazy.
Bastard.
Oh boy.
Oh, come on. My thing's
Yeah,
not-
boy.
All right, that's it for me then. Wow.
That's 1 dose gone.
Yep.
Right. So that was Alex's turn, bringing up Nuggets.
You need a Wisdom saving throw.
I really
And
don't.
please
like
roll
that.
well.
Okay. What's your spell save? I rolled a 17.
Thank God. My spell save is a 17.
Just out of curiosity, what was the on the line?
You would have been plane shifted to a random plane of existence.
Ooh.
Oh God. Yeah, I got an 8 as plus 9, 17.
Thank God. Your blindness does go away though on a success.
I'm gonna look at me. The thing giving me hickeys all over with the suction cups. I have been a grappler my whole life. And I was looking at this thing, and if I'm restrained, does that mean it's restrained?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna roll for my breath weapon back. Because if so, it gets disadvantage on the dex save, and that'd be I got a 5. Oh, let's go. Okay. I'm just immediately gonna I'm like getting like all smushed up, but I like pry it out, and I look over at Tic Tac, and I'm like, "Are you all right, kid? Hang in there." And I'm gonna turn. He's a potted plant now. I can't see him. I turn and I just move this thing's face, and I just blow all of this like rage and anger. Like I'm using my barbarian rage, even my dragon form, to just push out this hatred fire at him. And I need him to dex save disadvantage.
14.
Oh Jesus, that doesn't save. Okay, so it's 2066. So I'm gonna use an dice roller because I have 8d6.
Use the one on Google so you can just keep pressing it and watch the number go up.
I got an 86. 86 fire damage.
Hey, Smelter.
He looks upset.
No.
I can't move. That's all I got. That was my whole turn.
I like it. It is considerably more melted than the last you'd seen of it, though it's still hanging in there. That was Nugget bringing us back to the Illithid leader. And this time, since he doesn't have to do other shit with his bonus action, is going to once again use his Chaos Storm that he still has ripping through this this area around you all, and he is going to focus on Alekna here, and he's going to go ahead and throw double the amount of shrapnel toward you within this creature.
Aren't I like right next to him?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
So that will be 20 bludgeoning damage to both you and the blob you are within.
Okay.
And then he is going to look over at this unfortunate electrical situation he's found himself in. Let's see. I think... That sounds bad. Hold on. He has to think about it for a second here. So these are spells I'm not used to yet, so I need to still get my grips on them. Okay. Yeah. So he is going to use, as he kind of like getting shocked here, he's going to like look up, reaching and pulling the space around him. You see him rip a portion of the space in front of him and inside of you, and he is going to call through the wind of hereafter. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That was rather poor. 5.
Nice. Let's give it a look. Okay. You take 99 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is this a melee attack?
No, it is a spell.
Okay, I see. Okay.
All right. You still lightning elemental?
I have damage resistant to bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a magical attack? Never mind. From non-magical attacks. Is
Okay. So yes, you would take 99 points.
God
Yeah.
damn.
okay.
Are
Word.
you still lightning elemental after that?
Yeah, I'm here. How many hit points do I have? 99. So that leaves me with about 3 hit points. Not too bad.
So you see as this sphere of wind appears around him, you see the electricity that is currently 70 just and then slowly try and recongeal. The sphere is still there, pushing you away from his center. All right. Which does bring up our Kraken boy, and he is going to let's see. Yeah, he's just going to continue strangling you here, Nugget. I need you to make a strength, or I guess this is a strength check. So a strength to strength.
Oh, never mind.
22.
Keep- 17.
All right. So you suffer 35 points of bludgeoning damage. And then he is going to do that again.
God. 35.
You got like a 28 on this one.
That's a 19 for me.
That's another 39 points of bludgeoning damage as you just twisting, constricting your body.
I'm going to say, keep squeezing, dickhead. It's only making me angrier.
Nice. He will. So that is the end of
He took my
his-
advice.
That is the end of his turn. And yeah, he's just going to stay hovering there. Tick, tick. It's you.
Yeah, it is me.
Quack,
And
quack.
as I sprout out of potted plant form at this point as the pot just shatters, and I think I come out of this sod here, now with dirt all over me, which is not pleasant. But I am going to use my bonus action, and using sorcery points, I will cast Blink upon myself.
Okay.
Myself the,
So 50 shot.
yep. And with my full action, I am going to use my last 4th level spell slot to cast Polymorph upon myself. And I'm going to become a giant ape inside of his mouth. I think
yes.
I'm just going to sort of grab onto my white dreadlock and I'm going to focus my magical energy on it. It almost like envelops me as I grow into this white ape with like these
Ooh.
blue and red streaks. And I still want my brown dreads too.
Nice. I love it.
But yeah, that is what I can do with my turn. So now I am a giant ape
Okay.
inside of his mouth. I'll roll for the blink though.
Yes. As you envelop into his mouth, you can go ahead and roll 3d6 bludgeoning damage against it.
Yeah, that is going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. And it just, spits you out as it like recoils its mouth here.
Well,
What did
it
you roll
can
for the blink?
try, but I'm gonna blink. Oh no, it spits me out.
Nice. So you do fall to the ground. I do
Yep.
need you to. Well, I'll just roll. See, 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you slide into the ground here as a giant ape.
Ain't nothing.
And then or is that it for you, Tick Tick?
No, but I do need a con save, which I pass.
Yes. So it will go ahead and looking down at this giant ape, seems like it might not be the best move, is going to instead sprint up to Bran and try and take a bite out of you, Bran.
Which one is?
The giant T-Rex.
I'm up. I'm above his head.
Oh, ooh, how high could you go?
I went from his. I went 30 feet away, so I'm probably.
Yeah, so
let's
you're way
say-
too far away.
Let's say like 10 feet away and 20 feet up.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Then he will attack Tick Tick instead. First bite attack is a 16,
That'll hit. Yep.
and then next one's more than that. First one's 21 points, and the second one is 35 points.
Okay.
All right, that is the T-Rex's.
Let me roll con.
Mhm.
Ooh, that is not good. I see, what can so I use its con, but my the first one was 31 points of damage, so I need to beat a
16.
16.
Well, you need to get a 16.
I need to get a 16. So
You are not within the 10 feet of Brandis above your head.
right. I am gonna use my reaction to give myself 1d4 to my roll here. Oh, I missed it by 1. So I become tick tick after the first one, and I take 25 points of damage. Unfortunate.
All right. So that it brings up 70 in your very damaged electric elemental state.
Yes. So, excuse me, I'm eating some dried pretzels, so it's kind of making my voice, all right, coating my throat in salt. So with recharging a weapon, is that an action or is that just something I do?
Oh, you mean like to
Yeah.
roll for it? It just happens.
Okay, then I'd like to do that real quick. Okay.
Is somebody smoke alarm going off? Like it beeps
hear
every
it.
once in a while?
Yeah, somebody needs to replace the battery.
Yeah, that's me.
I thought it was mine, but
Yeah,
yours?
it's mine. Yes.
Okay.
Indeed, I need to put more
Didn't even hear
batteries
it.
in there. I didn't
hear it
even
all
hear
the
it. I'm
time when
surprised you heard it.
When I'm playing online with like randoms, I always hear people smoke alarms chirping in the background. Always.
It's a sign of broke. I'm broke. But before I get knocked out of this state, I'm gonna do Storm Wave one more time. So DC 13 con save from the Illithid, and I want to be on the ground, kinda like right next to it. So if I do get knocked out of the state, I don't want to take fall damage.
It fails.
Really? Okay, so then it
Yes.
takes 3d8 damage. 17 just lightning damage, and then it is paralyzed until the end of its next turn or until it takes damage.
Well, it's not, because how would you like to do this, sir?
Nice.
Oh wow.
As my lightningness is dwindling and coming to but a spark, I just want some giant, just humongous lightning. Actually, I don't really even know what this storm wave means. I guess from like my tiny nucleus of lightning, I just want this massive lightning, I don't know how to explain it, circle to move.
Surge.
Yeah, just surge out of me. And then it kind of just crosses its arms and falls over.
Which one did he hit?
The Illithid. Okay, yeah, it does not like that at all. It is now the blob's turn. It is going to remove some spell slots from Alec. 6 levels of spell slots.
Yeah.
Do
And then-
2-3 levels.
And then it is going to... It's going to cast Sleep on you. Do you have less than 38 hit points?
Yeah.
You fall asleep.
Son of a bitch. Fucking blob.
Right. And then it wants to see if it's no longer afraid of nuggets, which it is still very much afraid of nugget. Bran, your turn.
Wait, can undead sleep? Do undead fall asleep? Does that spell affect undead?
That is a really interesting point.
Am I undead?
You are immune to charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, and poisoned, but it looks like you can still be put to sleep.
Damn. Okay. I could use a nap. I just kind of like.
Nice. So Brandon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna spear Mr. T-Rex
Okay.
again.
Yes, sir.
Having visualized his eye
Mm.
as I was looking right into it when I was saving Tick Tick, I'm gonna throw my spear right at his eyeball.
Yes, sir.
And that is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
All right. And I'm going to Divine Smite, of course.
I looked it up. It says undead can be put to sleep because they can't be charmed.
Oh,
However,
I didn't know sleep was an element of charm. In that case, you cannot be put to sleep. You are awake still, and I am sad.
Is sleep a charm spell?
I mean, this is just the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, it literally says in the sleep description, undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
The last sentence.
Thank God you're Vecna. I guess.
If I am in fact undead,
You are.
so I'm awake.
Yes.
You can't be
No,
healed, can't fall asleep. I guess those are...
What a life.
This is just
Okay.
one limited upside.
You guys figure it out?
How much damage there, Brandon?
So when I throw the spear at or around his eyeball, it's 52 points of damage with Divine Smite. And then when I retract it, it is another 27 points of damage.
How would you like to do this, sir?
I wanted the spear to go right through his pupil, halfway into his head, and then when I pull it out, I want the eyeball to come out with it.
Oh,
Rip out that big ass eyeball, gets stuck on the spear. I'm just gonna be like, rip it out.
Oh. Nice.
That's
Nice.
pretty rad.
You see the giant T-Rex body just collapse. Very nice coming out of Brand there. Back up to the top. We got Alekna, who's not asleep, though is undead. What do you want to do?
Okay. So being restrained, can I still use the scroll that I have?
Sure.
Okay. What enemies are left?
The blob and the dragon kraken thing.
But the dragon's airborne right now, right?
Yes, it is currently airborne and like constricting nugget.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of pull the scroll out of my, and it's probably covered in goop, and I'll unroll it and it's all crumpled. And I'm gonna say to Vecna, I'm gonna say the fire that was once within me no longer burns. And if that truth is gone from me, you cannot have my body. And I'm gonna cast pyroclasm on myself, on the blob, and I'll say what fire is left in me will burn hotter than anything you've ever seen. And I'll cast pyroclasm on both of us, the blob and myself. So it's a dex save for the blob, and seeing that I'm in the blob, I mean, I'm not gonna pass it probably, right? No, no, I'm not. And I don't know if Vecna would have an effect on the scroll. You know what I mean? It is, yeah, I don't know. Your call.
Yes. No, he does not. And I rolled a failure as well on the save.
Okay.
Demon Slayer connoisseur.
Okay, so it's going to take 7 points of fire damage. It says you point toward an area of ground similar surface within range. A geyser of lava erupts from the spot that you choose, creating a 5-foot wide, 40-foot high cylinder of lava on a point you can see. When it erupts, any creature in the area that starts its turn must make a dex save. Wait, any creature either in the area that starts its turn there must make a dex save. The creature takes 10d8 fire damage on a field save. So is it only when they start their turn in it? Surely the immediate column hits them.
Yeah, I would say that you could just do the damage now.
Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's 57 points of lava damage. Fire damage, lava damage. At the start of your turn, the lava spreads in a pool centered at the base of the geyser. The first time it spreads, it creates a 10-foot radius of lava, and the radius increases by 10 each subsequent round to a maximum of 50 feet. So it's
Understood.
a volcano. Yeah, it's just kind of.
Is it a concentration spell?
It is, yeah.
All right. Are you resistant to fire damage?
I mean, I was, but I'm kind of Vecna-y now.
I would say you maintain your resistance.
Okay.
Though I do need you to immediately make a Constitution saving throw to try and keep the spell up as you are burning.
I mean, honestly, like it's gonna like knock me unconscious immediately.
Even with the halve?
I only have 8 hit points left because I couldn't drink that potion. I just was like,
I see.
Maybe I'll kill myself and Vecna and the blob. I don't know. We'll see.
In that case, you immediately collapse dead inside the creature. It is still alive.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
Does the immolation continue, or is that a concentration spell
Also
as well?
Concentration. So
Great.
just by casting the other one, yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, it is just barely hanging in there. That was Alekna bringing down 2 nuggets.
So anticlimactic, the way I did not want that to work.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So, is the pyroclasm still going off at the moment?
No, so you just see this eruption of flame and magma, and then you just see it like immediately cut off as Alekna is now unconscious.
Would it still create the 10-foot radius of lava and then basically stop? It just,
Yeah, it's just like
kind of like lands on the blob and sizzles and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm assuming it's an action for me to try to break out of this thing.
Yes, I mean, it has you grappled. So
I'm just gonna take my full round of. Oh, I'm gonna roll for my breath weapon attack. I got a 1. I'm gonna roll for my full round of attacks at disadvantage. Bite is gonna be 29 with disadvantage. Claw,
that hits.
dirty 20 disadvantage.
That hits as well.
Claw, another claw is a natural 1, which would be 18 with disadvantage, but I'm assuming since it's a natural 1, doesn't matter.
No.
So I may break off a talon or something for sure, but 6, 12, 22, 28, 38 points of fire and piercing for the first for my bite, and then my claw. $18 points of slashing.
It looks extremely rough, but it is still hanging in there.
I'm like gnawing at the tentacle, and I'm like kicking at it like a cat. My cat got declawed, so it would use its like hind legs all the time to attack. And I'm just like I'm grabbing onto him with my top ones, and I'm just kicking at him with my lower legs.
You got it. So that is Nugget's turn. Anything as a bonus action there, Nugget?
Nope.
Awesome. So it is now this Dragon Kraken thing's turn.
Kraken.
And it is going to transform back into a dragon. This time it will be a green dragon. And it is going to just perfuse some toxic fumes towards you. I need a Constitution save throw.
Shit, dragon boy. 30, 40, something, a lot. A lot.
Wow.
What's 16 plus 17? I can't do any math. 30,
33.
33. I don't know why I said 40 in my mind.
How is like 40? That seems like a lot.
52.
So you take half damage, which will be 43 points of poison damage. All right. That is its turn as it lets you go. Tick tick. It is now you.
It let
Yeah.
me go.
Yes.
I probably look over at the geyser of flame for a second and then think, Alec is fine. He likes flame. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my blink dagger at the green dragon.
Mm.
Oh, I'm going to give myself advantage
Okay.
because I can do that since I had a wild magic surge.
Yes, I remember.
Is
potted
not
plant incident,
useful.
What is it there, Tick tick?
Nothing good. It is a 15 to hit.
That is not going to hit. No.
Does it go near the creature?
I mean, the creature's still in the air, so I mean, it passes by the creature in the area.
Like within,
Push.
would you say 10 feet?
Oh yeah, I mean, pretty close to hitting it.
Can I teleport to it midair?
Yes, you can.
And then, so if I were to quicken a polymorph spell and turn into a giant ape with a 10-foot reach, could I grab onto the dragon?
Yes, sir.
Then that is what I'm going to do, as I once again transform into a giant ape as I teleport.
You just like find yourself grabbing the dagger and then just ape out, grabbing onto the creature.
And then I disappear.
Okay. That's funny. So that is Tick Tick. 70, now your turn.
I'm going to move on over to the slime guy. What color slime is he? Is he just green?
He's like bluish green.
Okay. I don't like those colors. So I'm gonna... How far is he from me? I guess he's kind of far.
It's like 30, 40 feet away from you, something like that.
Okay. So then I can easily get over there.
I will say there is an unconscious Alekna inside of him.
Right. So that makes me wonder. If I hit the creature, will that affect Alekna? Would I know this?
You think so? I mean, boy, you know, it's pretty in there.
Like, I'm curious because, like, wouldn't it function more as like a shield for him, or I don't know.
Lightning
I
has
want
a good way of cutting through everything and, you know, imbuing itself within whatever you're shocking. So you have a feeling that it's going to shock him.
Steven, that's horrifying. But okay, so are you dead, or are you?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You're unconscious.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
save your death saves.
Okay, so Logan, what is a storm wave? Because in Arch, I can assume it's just like a giant lightning bolt. But what is a storm wave?
I would say that like you know, come inside of it and just blast lightning in all directions.
Well, I don't want to hurt my friend. Oh yeah, I forgot. As I enter its area.
Oh yes.
It DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Let's see. It succeeds.
Dang. He also just takes 5 lightning damage because I entered.
Right.
And then does Steven get a fail from that?
Yes. He would automatically fail one save.
I'm trying to think. Is he on? Can I see him? I'm just trying not to kill him.
You can see him in there.
Is he undead still? Like, does he still have undead body, or is he
Roll
like
a perception check.
Okay. And where's my? Oh, there it is. Perception. Is that a wisdom check?
Yes.
Can I use the 15?
Looking down at him, he looks like normal Alec again.
Okay, so in that moment,
Save me.
yeah, in this moment, would it be a full action to exit lightning form? For me, it's a bonus action to turn into the form.
I would say it's a bonus action then.
Okay. Okay. I would like to plunge. I'd like to revert out of the form, use a bonus action to revert out of the lightning form.
You do.
And then plunge into the creature to try to get to, I guess, no longer Alekna, just Alec.
Okay, you do.
Really?
You're now inside the creature.
Not bad. Okay. I'm gonna use what heal at a 6th level,
Nice.
and Alec, you receive either 60 or 70 hit points. Can't remember the number.
Do I though?
Does he? Well, you're no longer in undead form.
Heal is 70.
70. Thank you. You'll receive 70 hit points.
Alec, you wake up feeling changed. Back to normal. Your transformation ended.
On your feet, Alec. We are leaving.
I'm gonna feel like for the coal that I have, that's always like the ever burning coal. Is it like warm again?
It is
Fair.
ice cold.
It's ice cold. Okay. You said how many points did I get, Tony?
70.
70. Okay. I'm like pretty discouraged by that. All right, cool.
I will just say one thing. I made a mistake. I did not fully read the magic item blink dagger thing, so I could not turn into the giant ape, but it doesn't matter because I disappeared midair.
Noted. You're not a giant ape.
Okay. To get out of this creature, I'm going to assume it's some sort of strength or dex check.
It would take an action to attempt to escape it, and you've
Okay.
already used yours.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it was movement or an action. So,
It is
in
an
that
action.
regard, I only have movement left, so I will end my turn.
Very nice. So that's 70. It is now the blob's turn. It is going to remove one spell slot from both 70 and Alec. And then
Okay.
and then it is going to constrict you both, sort of contorting your bodies through this entropic, well, I forget the name of it, but entropic something or another. And I need you both to roll strength saving throws.
16. No, sorry, 13.
Dang it.
Okay, fail.
It's no better.
My leg.
48 points of bludgeoning damage to the both of you.
God damn.
And it is Bran's turn.
Where are Nugget and the dragon / Kraken?
The dragon, Kraken, and Nugget are maybe 20 feet away from you at about the same height, I'd say.
Okay. And it has him grappled.
Yes. Well, no, actually, no, it released him. Sorry.
Okay.
To breathe the fog cloud thing. Poison cloud.
I'm gonna throw my spear at the dragon, Kraken.
Very nice.
Why is it that whenever I'm attacking anybody near Nugget, I roll a 1?
Bad luck.
Poor Nugget.
It stabs into Nugget's chest.
Alas,
Retract it.
I am free. Harpoon through my chest.
Okay. So then that does 11. That does 20 points of damage.
Mhm.
I won't add my divine smite.
Good of you.
I kind of go, oh, right through it. Like it like flips and goes off to the side.
Gust of wind just
I mean,
sails.
Right.
That's God every time.
Are you leaving it in him? You're not going to retract it?
I am not going to retract it, and out of anger, I am going to fly over and attack the dragon with my longsword.
Okay. Pulling out the sword, flying in. Go ahead and roll for that attack.
Natural 20.
That's a lot better.
That's weird shit right there.
Yeah,
Right?
one.
All right, and I'm going to smite the shit out of him.
You really bridged the gap there with those numbers.
Wow.
No kidding. I got this all calculated. Now I got to figure this back out again. So I used my 4th level slot. 0, So that's a 3rd level slot. So that's 4. Bear with me, guys. That's pretty shitty. $21 points of damage. Or actually, no, I'm sorry, 26 points of damage because I'm charging.
How would you like to do this, sir?
Yes. So with seeing my horrible mistake with throwing my spear, my magical spear into Tick, I'm just gonna like lean in and fly, and I'm gonna pull out my sword as I'm flying in, and I'm just going to say that I attack at the back of it, right at its wings, and I'm just gonna bury my sword all the way through its spinal column, all the way up to the hilt.
Oof. All right. You feel it go limp underneath the weight of your blade. And that will bring us back to Alec.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So all that's left is the dragon and Blobby, right?
Just Blobby now.
Just Blobby? Okay. Well, in that case, I've just realized that I can cast Disintegrate at a higher level than 7 or 6.
Can.
And I am going to do that on Sir Blobison.
Okay. I will say that it automatically fails due to your proximity to it.
All right.
Stop.
So did he use the spell slot, or
Me?
like did you do the spell and it just failed instantly, or like would you know that it would fail at this distance?
No, it
No, it
succeeds
succeeded.
automatically.
It automatically succeeded.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
because I'm
sorry.
like touching him. Yeah.
I heard failed automatically. I was like, okay,
It
Okay.
failed automatically.
I see. That's
He
what-
takes
okay.
81 points of damage.
And that is the last of him. How would you like to do this, sir?
Oh, yes.
I think I'm just gonna I don't know. I'm gonna create a flame in one hand and just burn a hole in him, and then the rest of him is just gonna begin to bubble and and then he's just gonna start popping and just kind of sizzle. But then, have you seen that video where the raccoon drops the sugar cube in the salt, and then he's look in the water and he's looking for it and he can't find it? That happens. He's just turns into water, just flows everywhere. He's just and that's it. Steam.
And I think that will be where we have to pick up next time, as we have run a bit over time here. Congratulations as you all level up to 14, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
14.
Very nice.
I was thinking 20. I was kind of confused because I can wild shape 2 times, and then when I hit level 20, it's infinite. So I was wondering, can I increase the amount of times I wild shape? But I cannot.
It's just
And I
literally from 19. It's twice.
It's
20 or
and it-
I am the Almighty.
Oh, yeah. I can
Well, 20 isn't just leveling up, it's evolving.
Really?
Next stage of human evolution.
I mean, yeah, every class has ridiculous shit at level 20. It's oh, okay, well, you're a god now. Enjoy.